I'm back. You know what it was? Mr. Midnight Movie called me on Skype and he goes, turn off the vacuum cleaner. He said, tell us about the dream. And you know what? Actually, when Sonia was vacuuming in here today, she actually hit the mobile, what's it called? The M-Audio interface for the telephone. So, Cowpote, if you're out there listening, I'm sorry. Call back. I'd love to have a chat with you. We haven't talked in so long. Give us a call. Can I help you?
Right.
And we'll talk. Or Mr. Midnight Movie, you were right. It was happening with the vacuum cleaner. You don't know who I am. Hello.
Buenos nachos again.
It's crystal clear again.
Yes, it is. Was that my fault or your fault?
It's Jewish producer's fault.
I think so.
Are you chewing gum?
You know what? I just got rid of it. I got rid of the gum.
Because I can chew gum too if you want to both chew gum together. But I don't think it should just be one of us chewing gum.
No.
We should do a chewing gum show.
Yeah. Gum is so great. It's such a good appetite suppressor. So how are you doing on your leafy greens?
I'm eating leafy greens from La Madeleine right now. I'll turn on the webcam and show you. I have a beautiful Caesar salad with some tomato basil soup, and I had a Cookie Monster sandwich.
Cookie Monster.
Yes, Cookie Monster. Look at that. It's called, in the chat room, on our private chat, it says, it looks like Cookie Monster to me. It's the ultimate grilled cheese with ham.
And yeah, to deviate it something, but you know what? You really should strive. I'm buying. Do you like spinach, Debbie?
I love spinach.
Yeah, I'm buying spinach and broccoli and yeah. I don't like fruit. You and me are both alike because we both don't like fruit.
Can't stand it.
Yeah.
Look at this picture. Look at the picture of that sandwich and tell me that doesn't make your mouth water.
Let's take a lookie.
I love when you say that. Let's take a lookie. Is it opening?
Yeah, I gotta. It'll open.
Excuse me.
Ooh, that's pretty damn tasty.
And it's got melted cheese on the outside, and it's real nice cheese. It's from a restaurant. Do y'all have La Madeleine's there?
You know what? I mean, we have plenty of French places there. I'm not that, French food is really, it's really high in calorie.
Oh, I know. I think we should try to call Cowpote back. Let me write down his number. 612-701-5511. Okay, let me see if I could add him. Oh, I can do it right here. Because I feel horrible because I hung up on him because he couldn't hear me. He won't be able to talk but just for a couple of minutes. He talks on the way home from work. So let's see what he's doing. I haven't talked to Cowpote in a long time.
Yeah.
All right. Here he comes. The Cowpote. He may already be home. If he's home, he doesn't pick up. He talks to me on the way home from work.
Chris, hang on.
You can hear me now. You can hear me now.
I can hear you. Perfect. All right.
Say hi to Mr. Midnight Movie.
Hello.
What's up, Cowpote?
Not much. Hang on one second. Hang on.
Take your time.
Hang on.
Take your time. We got to ask him about this new character.
All right. Here we are. Hey, Chris Ransom.
Right.
We're live with Chris. We're live with Debbie Daly.
Hi, Chris.
Oh, you're live with Debbie Daly?
Yeah, we're on my show right now. Are you on your show, Cowpote?
No, me and him are talking on him driving home. Chris Ransom's he's the leader of. I'm a hologram, right, Chris? And you are the leader of the hologram, correct, Chris?
Yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you want to ask the leader of the hologram? Chris, go ahead and answer the questions for him. Go ahead.
I'm not sure what to ask Debbie Daly.
That's what a lot of people say. Okay.
So, what's going on this beautiful evening in the outskirts of Dallas? What's going on?
Well, we're the Brazos River, I found out right before the show, is fixing to crest.
Really?
What does that mean?
I see. Crest, it comes to the top, just like your bra when your boobs are going to pop out? You're jumping around. Right, Chris?
Yeah.
Right,
Is Jerry
Chris.
Jones down there?
Yeah.
It's
Jerry.
is who?
I tell you what, Jerry Jones. Tell you what. Tell you what. Aaron Hernandez.
No, don't you dare do Aaron
Jerry
Hernandez.
Jones and Bill Clinton both attended Arkansas. They're having a bukkake party with Debbie Daly out in the Big D.
No, they're not. Shut up, Mr. Midnight Movie. Don't laugh at that. Was that you laughed?
No,
It was
it
me.
wasn't. No. The bukkake party.
That was funny.
Bukkake, huh? Debbie Daly, how you do bukkake?
Are you kidding? Do I look like the kind of girl that would do bukkake?
I don't know. You never know.
No, that is for exit only.
I know. Well, I don't care where a man wants to put his crank. If that movie wants to put a crank another man's ass, that's his business. Just don't put it in a child's ass, right?
Well, Debbie, bukkake is where...
I thought that was... What is bukkake then? How about that?
Okay. Bukkake is a blow bang, kind of.
A blow bang. What does that mean?
A blow where you give a lot of guys blow jobs, and they just basically, it's like they shower you with man juice.
See, Jewish producer
Man gravy.
says...
You mean man gravy. Man gravy. Man gravy.
Man gravy.
Oh, God.
gravy.
Do you honestly think... You're looking at somebody that was a virgin when I graduated from high school. I didn't have sex until I was in college.
Those
Don't
are the kinds
lie.
that go right for
Don't
bukkake.
lie, Debbie. Don't lie, Debbie.
Swear to God.
Don't
February...
lie, Debbie.
It was February...
Debbie, you got laid more times by accident than anybody else did on purpose in school. You know it.
Oh, no, I didn't. You can ask anybody that went to school with me.
Well, get them on the phone. Let's start asking these guys.
All right, we'll start with the A's. That would be Mike Adkins. Ready? Here we go. No, I'm joking.
No, just kidding. No, just kidding. We don't want.
No, I wasn't a prude. I just really wasn't into sex. I just didn't like it. I didn't want to do it.
Mainly masturbation, right?
Yeah, a little bebop, she bop, a wee bop. Did you know that song's about female masturbation?
Yeah, I know. That's what it's about.
You knew that?
Well, of course it is.
Nobody else nobody knows
In a
that.
girly magazine. She's watching a girly magazine. She's bopping up and down, of course.
Well, I
Below the
see
belt.
him every night in the tight blue jeans.
Smashing gash, but carpet munching, whatever it may be.
Carpet munching. I don't think it's carpet munching. So
Well, you never know. Here it is. Gay sex is two women. It doesn't really matter. I mean, if two men are ramming and doing man juice, they don't like it. If two women are joining, I mean, to me, it's only one wiener in the room. If I'm in there with two girls and Mr. Midnight Movie comes in and say, put that crank back in your pants, only one wiener in the room. So if you're going to masturbate to two women having sex, you like gay sex. Would you not agree?
I would agree to that.
So,
And did you know that they say that men that watch porn are secretly gay? And they said, how do you know that? And they said, well do you want to watch porn?
You all know Paul Dembski. If you listen to that epic show when he's whining about you, the public announcement, he was probably masturbating to your voice on a regular basis and got pissed off.
No, what happened is there's actual audio. What happened is he was on my show one night. It was me, News Guy, Mr. Midnight Movie. It was the whole crew, Steve Rush. Everybody was on the show one night. And all of a sudden it got real quiet and we heard this voice go, oh, 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 oh. And News Guy goes, no, listen, News Guy goes, Paul? And he goes, I'm not muted. And his wife listened to the show the next day, gets pissed off and bitch slaps him because he's a little bitch. So he has to go into this big long lie saying that I had cyber sex with him on Skype.
Yeah, I know. You listen to that public. That was an epic. You should literally play that back and break that. It was so hilarious. It was an epic fail. It's funny. Well, I've always said with Newsfool, who's crying about Barco and saying that it's hurtful. I mean, I don't care. People rip on me all the time, call me whatever, but I mean,
I always sounded like he was fear mongering the other day on his podcast.
Which one? News Guy?
Newsfool? He loves to fear monger. He loves to fear monger. I mean, me and Chris Ranson are going to fly to Iceland next week. I mean, do you think when me and Chris fly to Iceland next week, right, Chris? Do you think News Guy pick us up at the airport? Do you think you would, Chris?
He's not there.
Probably.
He lives in New York.
The News Guy is going to fearmonger regardless of what's happening.
I don't know. He loves it. That's what he does. But I'm just curious, what kind of butt wipe that Paul Dembski uses on news guys' butt, because he is like butt wipe looking up to poop. I mean, that's his hero.
I know. I've said it many times. Did you ever hear that thing that I did about, it was called The Secret Meeting? Did you ever hear that?
No.
Oh, you never heard The Secret Meeting. Mr. Midnight Movie, we have to play just a couple of minutes of The Secret Meeting.
Debbie, I also want to mention that Chris Nelson has done another show called Maximum Impact. I just want to say.
I didn't
One
listen.
thing about Chris Nelson, he's the anus cancer podcast. He never goes away.
Well,
But he's also a genius. He's a genius.
Your brother is the anus cancer. You've got LB, who's the bitch. You've got Debbie Daly, who's the herpes. And News Guy's the news fool. And Semco is the butt wipe looking up to the poop.
all right, here,
Exactly.
listen to what I did to Paul Dembski after he did that
Go
to
ahead.
me. Listen.
Hello, News Guy. It's me, Paul Dembski. I just wanted to call you and let you know that I won't be able to come on the internet anymore for a while because I got in trouble with my wife.
Oh, why? Let's see, we got 15 minus 2, carry the 3. Oh, Paul, why? What did you do now?
News Guy, I lied and said that I saw Debbie Daly on Skype being nasty because I got busted listening to one of her shows and I was having sex with myself, so I had to make up a big lie, and now I'm kind of embarrassed. But I just wanted to tell you because I love you so much, News Guy.
Board game. The board game where you have to avoid Paul Dembski, and you can be Debbie Daly or Deuce Fool or whatever other characters you think would qualify for this game. Butt cheeks.
Oh,
whatever
just
people would
wait till you
qualify
hear
for this
who else.
board game
Just
where
wait till you.
avoid Paul Dembski.
Just wait till you hear who else is on this. Just watch. Look, it goes on.
Hi, it's me, Alan Wayne, here on the Pipeball Podcast, the Mobile Pipeball Podcast, and just here to say that I'm really sorry to hear about that, Paul. And you should be like me, just do your recordings in your car, that way your wife won't hear it. Do that, Paul, that works every time for me. Well, I would do that, Wayne, Alan, but I'm only allowed to drive my car on Tuesdays between 2:15 and 3:20 in the afternoon because my wife doesn't allow me to drive. She does not trust me. She is afraid I will listen to Debbie Daly in the car. But
What do you think?
I love laughter. You know that.
And then
love laughter.
I do Guy Shay, and I do a little bit of Pimp Hat, and then I close it with I don't know who else I do. I forgot. Oh,
Hey, Debbie.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question about Guy? Do you think Guy Shay's in love with you? He's obsessed with you.
I don't know. Obsession, in my experience, can go two ways. You can be with like Bathtub Girl, obsessed with hating me,
Right.
or
Yeah.
you can be obsessed with just really having a lot of admiration for me.
Right.
I don't.
Well, I have respect. For. I'd like to give you crap because it's still fun. But here's what I talked to. I talked to Bathtub Girl one time. And I talked to what the hell's the other girl out there in Arizona?
Katie
Desert
D?
Rose. And I'll tell any female listen to this podcast. When it comes to stalking, there's 4 steps to it. The first is they see their food, like a picture of you. They hear their food, and then they see you on YouTube moving. And the 4th move is touching your food. Would you not agree?
Absolutely. And
It's always and I'm on YouTube. You know that. So I had one person come by my house, a podcaster, about 3 years ago.
Well, I've
mean, it's not
actually
tough.
had people come. I've actually had people now come since they've turned on Desert Rose and told me a lot of behind the scenes with her, and she is whatever pretty obsessed with me. So, but I'll never.
When you're on the internet and like I said, you see your food moving, you're talking. That's half the battle because they see you moving, and they see the picture, they heard your voice, and they see it. The next thing is to come to your house and touch the food. And it's called stalking.
Well-
There's a lady here in town that quit her job in the real radio business because somebody was stalking her. She quit. because someone was
A
talking
lot
to
of
her.
people say you're obsessed with me.
I'm not obsessed with you. I like being funny.
Yeah, well, you use my name a lot on your.
Of course I do. Because Debbie, listen. I mean, come on now. Let's. Okay, I'm a horde of podcasts, and you're the horde of trolling. You love trolling. You love it, and you know it. I mean, I mention my name. Go ahead. I love it. I think I do it because you love it. I don't hate on you. It's all in fun. I wouldn't even think about saying like Guy Shay says going by your house. If that's true, the guy needs, get popped from his PO officer.
Mr. Midnight Movie,
Yes.
Movie, do you see me as a troll?
No.
You're the only
Debbie, don't
person.
lie.
You're
Don't
the
lie,
only.
Debbie.
Hold on, Capo. You're the only person that has ever called me a troll. What do you mean by trolling? What? How do I troll?
You troll. I confess, I'm a troll. I like the one Angry Jew told me on my show he would never call your show again. And what happened? He came calling back to the Herpes of Podcasting. He came walking back to you again. Like I say in my podcast, AIDS kills, herpes life is just like Debbie Daly. And it is what it is. Take her to compliment. I'll let you have fun with it. You're a big girl. You're a grown-ass woman, right?
No.
You're a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass woman.
I'm only 14.
You wish.
Bachelor Herpes Edition, the Bachelorette Herpes Edition, Debbie Daly.
Yeah, we should have a bachelor party. You should be behind. You could do a YouTube video. You'd be behind a bachelor number 1, number 2. And you got Paul Dembski, Newsful, and Barco, and you can decide.
Oh, I accidentally lost that call, Mr. Midnight Movie.
Yeah, well.
That guy's halfway insulting me right to my face on my own show. The herpes of podcasting? What the fuck is that?
Yeah, well, you decided to call him.
Well, he called me 4 times.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought he would be what I call decent, But it was,
Well, I keep telling you, things like that, that's why, like, guests and stuff, it's always better to kind of do it on Audacity, but, so you can, like, just talk to them and then say, you know what, I gotta go. And then it's not on your show, and you're not doing anything like that. It's always better to do it off air.
Well, let me disagree with you very respectively and lovingly,
Okay.
because that way my audience hears what happened, and I don't have to explain it, and they don't have to go and listen to Cowpote say blah 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 blah. They actually heard, as you heard, what happened. Think about that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can show it to them on the air while they're doing it. I mean, like while they're doing it. But then when you go, you know what? I mean, you're kind of right to a degree. I just like tell them I gotta go, and then say this is what the guy's saying to me, and then like when I'm on the air, play that stuff if I want to, and say this is what he's saying to me.
Have you ever told anybody you gotta go?
Yeah.
Who?
Well, when sometimes people will call, and they're kind of my friends. Like they'll call me up, and I don't want to continue talking to them anymore. I don't know how to use Audacity, but I would tell them, I gotta go. Because if the conversation starts to go south, I just said, well, that'll be, that'll be time for us now, and it's not on the air, so I don't have to end the show. I just end the conversation. That's just,
Yeah, but I do live podcasting.
That's true. That's true. You know what? And you're
And
way
they're gonna, and it's gonna be a big rumor, that Debbie hung up on Cowpote. Well, Debbie should have hung up on Cowpote. I mean, Cowpote was being rude. He was calling me the herpes of podcasting and laughing at me in my face, and I was trying to be nice to him. I'm nice to everybody, Mr. Midnight Movie.
Yes.
I am a open book. Come in and call in and apologize. I thought that he was going to be decent and maybe almost a little bit apologetic for the way he's acted lately. But I just don't see myself as a troll.
You know what? Yeah, I mean, to me, I prefer to use because now he's going to rage. In my opinion, people already know what he is. In my opinion, it's a better tactic not to get the person angry and just tell them you got to go. Because to me, people who know the situation and who observe it are going to know the situation and observe it. The only people that aren't going to be convinced are other trolls.
Well, let's do this. I'm going to look up Cowpote's most recent shows, And then you tell me, I think I got the upper hand because he called into my show and I had an opportunity to hang up on him. Debbie Daly is giving people herpes. And then this one says,
when's the last time he did that?
5 days ago.
Yeah, well, in my opinion, why would you take a call with someone who says...
Because I always leave the door open for people to call in and say, hey, look, I wanted to call and tell you I was wrong. I've been kind of weird to you lately, but he didn't do that. He called in and he was basically him and some little boy. Did you know who that little boy was?
I have no idea.
This one says, Guy Shay needs more udder butter. This one said, there's a whole bunch of them. And it says, Debbie, it's just all about me. 3-way with Debbie Daly, Goofy, and Guy Shay. It just goes on and on and on. So, he puts all these weird pictures of me on there, and he says all these really nasty things about me and really mean things like, he says right here, talking sports with the little bitch herpes Debbie Daly. That was just 7 days ago.
Yeah, well, yeah.
So I got the upper hand. I got the upper hand. He called in to me, and I hung up on him.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, and you were trying to, calling you herpes of podcasting. It's like, come on, man. It's like, what the fuck does that mean? Yeah, that's just, I was thinking like, oh man, why did, I was waiting for you to kind of do it. These guys were being insulting, but that was not good news, Debbie.
I give everybody a chance.
Yes.
Everybody a chance. And Chris, see, my theory in life is when somebody is ugly to me, who does that affect? Me? No. The people that hurt other people are the ones that feel bad. They have guilt in their life. They have trouble sleeping. They feel bad about what they do to people. I don't do anything like that to people. I don't.
Yeah, so, you know what? There are some people I don't necessarily believe that people feel bad sometimes when they do bad things to other people. Sometimes it gives them a joy in their heart to do that. I don't think they gain friends, and I think because after a while, people who do cruel things to people, after a while, people just ignore them or shut them down. And some people are incapable of being decent.
Right. I just always give people a chance to come back and apologize.
Yeah.
I was talking to Heather the other day, and she was telling me, we were talking about Bathtub Girl. Mm-hmm. And I said, I think that her hate for me, I know that her hate for me drove her off the internet. If she could not put it down, Mr. Midnight Movie, she could not put down her jealous hate for me. Because even if you look at it and you say, okay, pretend for a second that I did call her daughter, which I didn't, the trolls did. Mm-hmm. What kind of a crime is that?
Yeah. And what I always said was, well, what has she done recently? All right? She's not talking about you or any. She may respond to what you're saying, but she's not initiating anything.
Did you know that she cannot do a podcast without bringing up the dumpster? She can't. And that's what drove it. People just got sick of it because they come over here and they hear me and they see what I'm really like and they scratch their head and they think, why does that girl say that about Debbie? And the big crime that she tells everybody, which is wrong, and I have trolls that'll back me up on this, real people. She got trolled by some people one night, and they pretended to be me, which they do that to a lot of people. A lot of people, trust me. Mm-hmm. But she elected to buy into it, and I think she did it out of jealousy.
That may be true, yeah.
Her best friend told me she was.
Yeah, that's probably, yeah, look, to make that big of a deal out of it, someone called your kids, so what? They talked to your kids, so what? It's over. Give me a break.
My minor children.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
And even her most recent podcast, she's supposed to be violently ill and dying and all this stuff, and she's still talking about the dumpster.
I don't even want to.
I know, it makes you tired, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. Now, Chris Nelson just did a new show, by the way, and I don't know if we want to play it, but I'm just, yes, to me, he is one of the greatest podcasters.
Now, you're just being mean when you say that, though. You really can't stand the guy.
No, actually, you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. The guy gives me belly chuckles of laughter.
But he's not trying to be funny, though. I mean, he's really...
That's when you're most funny, Debbie.
Well, but the guy's in pain is what I'm saying. I mean, I know Chris pretty damn good, and he is in a lot of pain, even if it's self-inflicted.
Yeah, I'll be honest. No, he's not a person that I can't... No, I actually do find him funny. And I think he's a pretty good-hearted, good-spirited guy. And I guess for me, someone who grew up in a rough household, I see him as a guy who grew up in a nice household and is having all this struggle, and it's like, come on, man.
Oh, I've said before, and I'll say it again. Chris, if you're on the phone right now with me, you are a spoiled, rotten little asshole is what you are. And he calls me his best friend.
Well, there you go.
And but I don't laugh at him, though, because I don't laugh at anybody. I just don't have that in me. I really don't. I just can't. I don't know why.
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't mind if people laugh at me either. I mean, to me, sometimes, because, I got laughed at and I got mocked. And, the thing of it is, it was kind of funny.
You shot your gun. You hated it. You shot your gun.
I shot my gun when they were when they would come on my program and bloviate. And
this is one of those times where me and Mr. Midnight Movie are kind of bitchy at each other. This is as bad as we get, though. We don't get any worse than this.
But you know what, though? I found the funniest show is when and I can't stand the guys because they tried to get into my personal life.
Rocknet?
No, Mekazawa and the rest. I'm cool with everything they were doing except the fact that they wanted to enter into my personal life. Other than that, and the same thing with Mekazawa and them. That whole show with White Guilt, that was hysterical. You got to be able to laugh at yourself.
Mr. Midnight Movie, he goes, what say you, Stabby McHugs? God, that cracked me up when he said that.
Do I sound like that? I don't know. I thought that...
Back then you did. You were a little bit stiffer. You would go like, Stabby McHugs, what say you? You were like, you would have these different type of voices. You would go into like these different moods. Like, I wanted to let you know that I noticed last night, and I can point out, in a minute I'm going to do this, when you talk like a Californian. I heard it. And it's good. It's not an insult.
Because I can tell when you're talking like a Texan.
Right, but it's when you drag your long eyes out and you go, right.
What say you?
Stabby McHugs, what say you?
Mekazawa, what say you?
He used to talk like that, though. And the Jewish producer was on this phone where it would be like,
Well, I can't really hear anybody. Just hang up on
this.
Mr. Midnight Movie, we have a call on line 3.
Do we want to take this call? Oh, God.
Jewish producer.
Have either of you made it to, Encyclopedia Dramatica?
Me, I've got an entire page.
Oh, shit.
Done by the trolls.
Oh, boy.
It's hysterical. Hey, it's supposed to mean you've made it on the internet. If I have an Encyclopedia Dramatica page. Have you ever seen it?
You know what? I now that you say that, it's got a video on there, I think, right?
Let's see, Encyclopedia. I'll give y'all the link. Encyclopedia Dramatica. It was done mostly by
Goose, right?
Goose and who's the other guy?
No, not Cal. Who was it?
Pim Pat did a bunch of it. Just different people have done it. Let me find it. I'm there now. Debbie Daily. Let's see if we can find it on Encyclopedia. Here it is. Okay, it says, this article needs more OGs. Remember my Australian friend that would say, we need more OGs? Do you remember that? Here it is. Here's the link.
That wasn't Monkey Shoes, was it?
It was Monkey Shoes. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Right when you said that, I found it.
The funniest part right here is where it says, starting in the winter of '09, Debbie's relatively new show had become the target of numerous 4chan raids, which resulted in thousands of new fags calling in and spouting memes. Some of the better trolls stuck around and became the internet hate machine that they embody today. Hence, Debbie Daly religiously researches memes by reading them on Yahoo Answers. Listen to this one. Debbie's most recent encounter with trolls has left her completely desperate, and she is under the impression that somebody by the name of Wild Goose is orchestrating her internet hate machine. In this excerpt from her tantrum, she blames Goose for producing blogs, videos, and I think that got taken down. Let me see. Yeah, it's taken down. But it's crazy. Since the emotional meltdown, Debbie has been swinging a knife in the dark in terms of finding out who is to blame for mobilizing. Mostly Goose wrote it. Goose is a great writer, by the way.
He is. He's.
You know, and that, yeah.
Comes to shocking. Nobody beats that guy. He can do it.
And the stuff he had on the white privilege stuff, that was pretty damn good.
Yeah, I heard that. It was really good.
He did this video that he took down, and I asked him if he would put it back up just because I wanted to show it to some people. Y'all, he did this video. It's in my bookmarks. It's right here. Wait, bookmark manager. Okay, it's called How to Get a Job in the Fishing Business. And it is so fucking... Just listen to about a couple of minutes of it. Listen. It's parody now.
Hello, this is Wild Goose. Now, if you're watching this, you're likely seeking some sort of employment in the seafood processing industry.
Okay, what you have to see this, guys. If you can see this on your screen, I'm going to share my screen with you. Share your screen, please. I hated that, boss. Okay, if you can see it, look at the pictures. He put it up just for me.
To let you know my background, granted I've only worked a couple of years in the seafood business, but I've worked several different seasons. I started out doing crab season in 2012 during the winter.
The music is what cracks me up. And if you don't know, all we're watching is a boat in some of the roughest seas you've ever seen in your life, like 35 and 40-foot waves. But the music is what cracks me up. It sounds like pirate music, doesn't it? Yeah, so.
I did a paleo crab, herring, salmon, pollock, and I did multiple seasons of each.
It gets funnier as he goes on. He starts out a little bit serious, and then he gets really crazy with it, but it's pretty funny to listen to. So that's Wild Goose that did my page on me. And you know, the funny thing about it is Goose used to be my co-host. In almost half of 2011, Goose co-hosted with me, and we had a blast.
Did you get the tweet I sent you?
I haven't been on Twitter all day.
Oh.
I'll go check.
Oh, shit me.
No. Okay. Twitter. Where are you, Twitter? Here you are. Let's check Twitter. Did y'all know that a black widow spider that was in a bag of grapes, a woman starts eating it and it starts stinging her in her mouth and it goes down and stings her in her stomach and everything? Can you believe that?
Oh, fuck. She's going to die?
They don't know. They only found it because when they pumped her stomach.
Oh, that's horrible.
It could have killed her, but I think that they might have got it in time. I don't know, but I'm trying to get to Twitter here. What did you tweet me?
I tweeted you something rather interesting about what do you call it?
We may have a drop here, JP. We may have a drop here.
No drops here. No popcorn, lady. No. This is okay. It's a story of a missionary and how he his involvement with a tribe.
Yes.
Okay.
I just found it interesting.
I see that. Let's see. Did you just tweet something? Oh, no, these are my notifications. Is it Martin Luther King Jr.? You might have seen or heard that one? No?
No. But that's an interesting one.
Let's see.
Thought I tweeted it to you.
I'm taking a look here. I'm looking under my notifications. It's just slow because it's on my other thing. Okay. I would like to do a show on this. It just says there's no description. Is that it?
Yeah. Well, the link.
Right. Okay. It doesn't say what it's about. It just says I would like to do a show on this. Is that it?
Yes.
Okay. Christian missionary deconverted by tribe. Okay. I have to take it over to Chrome. I'm having trouble with Safari right now. I'm supposed to go to the
I
bar.
have not yet watched this video. I think it'll be pretty good, though.
Yeah. And I want to say that Facesitters Network has tweeted me.
I thought you were Facesitters Network.
Shh, quiet!
Oh, sorry.
Don't ruin the dream.
Oh.
Debbie, did you get a Facesitters?
No, on BBC Radio 4
Yes.
FM.
I actually did. I became a face sitter. Don't sleep. There are snakes. Okay.
Right.
Do you want me to play this right now?
Yeah, play it, please. Play it. I'm sorry.
Time for the final episode of our book of the week, Don't Sleep, There Are Snakes. Daniel Everett's account of living with a tribe so remote that he was the first linguist to understand their unusual language. He went first as a missionary, but as you'll hear in today's episode, Daniel's faith was shattered.
My investigations into Piraha culture required spending long periods of time among them. Our longest visit was in 1980, when my family and I spent almost the entire year in the village. At the beginning of this period, I saw that the palm-thatched roof of our large hut needed to be replaced. It was in bad shape because while we were away from the village, the Piraha like to sleep in the loft. They enjoy stargazing, so they push holes in the thatch, ruining the roof. This problem turned out to be the beginning of my entry into the real world of the Pirahas, the jungle. Here I would come to see them as one of the most resourceful and clever groups of survivalists anywhere in the world. I hooked 2 full 1-quart military surplus canteens to my military gun belt, as well as a long Mexican Acapulco machete. The 5 Piraha men, carrying nothing but 1 axe and a few machetes among them.
What is this?
I have no idea.
It's an audiobook about jungle something?
It gets interesting after about, give it a couple of minutes and you'll find that it gets rather interesting.
Okay.
Laughed at my long sleeves, long pants, boots, hat, canteens, and enormous machete. By working and sweating together, laughing at our own difficulties and errors, the Pirahas and I cemented friendships through such jungle trips. I never lost sight of the fact that I was being paid by my missionary company to translate the Bible into the Piraha language. The Summer Institute of Linguists believes that the most effective way to evangelize indigenous peoples is to translate the New Testament into their language. In my free time, I would also talk to people about my faith and why it was important to me. In the evening, after my family had finished dinner, when we were still cool from our baths in the Maisi River, we would make coffee for some of the villagers who visited. Because the Pirahas had no word for God, I used the term Maihi Hioya, which means high-up father. I said that our high-up father had made my life better. He had come into my heart and made me happy. Ko'oi asked me once, "What else does your God do?" I told him, "Well, he made the stars, and he made the earth." Then I asked, "What do the Pirahas say?" He answered, "Well, the Pirahas say that these things were not made." So I would go further and ask questions like, who made the Maisi River? Where did the Pirahas come from? But I soon began to realize that they had no creation
What is this? I feel like I'm
myth or
listening to some
traditional story.
Bible story of some boring guy.
What the hell is this?
What
crap?
is this?
What is this, man?
I had to translate the Bible for him, and
This is worse than The Gods Must Be Crazy, Part 3.
He's mad, isn't he?
He's probably on mute.
I thought I was on mute. I said, "What the hell? What do you mean? That's a great story, and my pinched nerve is hurting."
I think you're trolling us with this story.
I fucking like that story. I'm not trolling you. Where's Chris Nelson? Chris Nelson will get it.
By the way, Mr. Midnight Movie, Simon & Schuster has sent me a copy of the new Scott Iman book, and our interview is on for Tuesday, 5 o'clock. Be there, be at home, be ready.
Yes.
Por favor.
Are you going to pre-record it?
Yeah, we're going to, because it's probably going to be a two-parter.
All right, we're going to listen to a little bit of Maximum Impact by Chris Nelson.
That is great. Okay.
I'm Chris Nelson. I like Chris. Debbie.
I'm dancing right now.
Debbie. 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 Debbie.
We've got some difficult days ahead. But it really doesn't matter with me now.
What about the dream?
Because I've been to the mountaintop.
Tell us about the dream.
I'd like to live a long life. But I'm not content.
Tell us about the dream.
I just want to do God's will. And He's allowed me to go up to the mountain. I've looked over
Debbie, this guy's an asshole.
and I've seen the promised land.
Chris Nelson, I'm stopping my gay urges.
Welcome to Imagination. Live on Spreaker, this is Chris Nelson. It is Wednesday, May 27th, 2015. I am so glad to be here with you tonight. You have a purpose in life that only you can fulfill. This was one of the hardest things that I ever have needed to wrap my mind around, and I still have a hard time wrapping my mind around it. And you are not a mistake, because God doesn't make mistakes. I thought I was a mistake, because look how imperfect I am. Look at all the times I screw up. But wait a minute, God doesn't make mistakes. And you and I have specific purposes that only you and I can fulfill. And people that are born with horrible birth defects have a purpose in their life that only they can fulfill. God knew them from the time they were being formed in the...
I disagree. I think Mr. Midnight Movie was born to fulfill Jewish producers' purpose. I totally believe that.
Yes. Yes.
I can hear you. I can hear you playing that drop in the background sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
A womb. Everybody, no matter what your race is, where you were born, rich or poor, no matter what disability you might have, you have a purpose that only you can fulfill, because God does not make mistakes. And you are not a mistake. You have a purpose.
The drop.
Pastor Jim Raley, Calvary Christian Center, where I go to
Play the
church,
drop.
has been talking about
Do the drop.
maximum impact. And I love this. You have
Alright, this guy is an asshole. Fuck you.
been created for maximum impact. And if you don't listen to Pastor Raley, you can catch him on live stream at calvaryfl.com Sunday mornings.
Tell them about
at 9
the dream.
and 11, and also Wednesday nights.
This guy is an asshole.
But
That's so fucking great.
Chris Nelson, bring it to you live.
Alright, this guy is an asshole. Fuck you.
Lester made a drop called.
Wait, is anyone here? Have you checked the chat board? Have you looked at Stabby McHug's avatar?
Oh, that stupid picture of ugly, fat face Goofy Bone.
Yes.
Fez.
I bet his head weighs 50 pounds.
Probably more than that.
Here's what Lester made. It's pretty funny. Where is it? Oh, here it is.
Her nose is really pink right now. Meow nosy is meowy. What? Your nosy is so pink. Look how pink it is. It's so pink. Her nose is really pink. Meow nosy is meowy. What? Your nosy is so pink. Look how pink it is. It's so pink. Her nose is really pink right now. Meow nosy is meowy. What? Your nosy is so pink. Look how pink it is. It's so pink.
What have I become? I'm a jerk off.
This summer, a man trapped in a nursing home will do something extraordinary.
I'm DJ Bad Guy.
Oh, I'm sure you are a DJ bad person. Now here, Mr. Shea, take your medication.
And you can take my grandson. Grandson.
A show about family.
Yo, where my pappy at?
Go back to the ghetto. Ghetto.
A show about true love.
Stacy, I'll save you.
Debbie's or the dumpster, the devil, whatever you want to call her, is going to be here for very much longer. You know, and I'm tired of her playing my show and critiquing it, and talking about my family. You know, my children are under the age of 18, and it really does bother me.
Let's go, boys.
That really does
all together. Lies, 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 yeah. Lies, 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 yeah. Lies, 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 yeah. I love this song.
Talk about me, fine. Talk about my words, fine. Leave my kids alone. Early. And now look what she's trying to do. I guarantee you she's trying to get them for a fourth. I guarantee you. For a fourth. So if you want to call in, if you want to get a reading, I've done major market radio before. And the link to the market. One of the top 10 stations in the nation.
There you go. Are y'all still with me here?
Yes.
That's funny. I did that myself. Let's see what else I have here. I have, oh, this is pretty funny. Listen to this. This is a troll.
Thank you for calling the 9/11 Memorial and Museum. For information about visiting the 9/11 Memorial and Museum, please press 1. For information about our museum membership program, press 2. For information on how to contribute to the museum's collection, press 3. For the Memorial and Museum administrative offices, press 4.
Wait while I transfer your call.
Memorial.
Hello, this is former governor of Minnesota and Navy SEAL Jesse Ventura. I just want to commend you on a job well done.
Oh, thank you.
Absolutely.
Is there anyone in particular you'd like to speak to?
I'd like to speak to you, of course. You've done a great job commercializing tragedy. What's your position there?
I'm the receptionist.
Very good, very good. And you know, I know there's been a lot of controversy in the media about the 9/11 museum.
Commercializing tragedy. Wait till he gets going, it gets really bad.
Museum. How do you feel about that? Because I for one support the 9/11 museum because I was there personally when it happened. I watched the unmanned drones fly into the World Trade Centers. I walked through the rubble with Governor Pataki after the World Trade Centers collapsed. So I believe, you know, we need to do our part to honor the fallen on 9/11. How do you feel about the controversy with the gift shop?
I can't really comment on that. I'm sorry.
Fair enough, ma'am. So what kind of products do you have there at the 9/11 Museum gift shop?
Hold on a moment.
Sure.
Hi, Mr. Ventura. I'm so sorry about that. I just have a lot of calls
Oh,
coming
no
in.
problem. It's probably my NSA handlers.
As for the items at the store and our retail spaces, you could actually see what we have on our website.
Very good,
There's
very
a
good.
memorial store on the website.
Cool. And now, what's the URL for this website?
911memorial.org.
911memorial.org. I have a website,
Yes.
too. It's called JesseVenturaIsTheTruth.com. You might want to check it out sometime.
Okay, I will definitely do that.
So how do you feel about the mosque that's being built right across from Ground Zero?
I can't comment on that. I'm sorry.
Because I don't understand what the controversy is over a mosque being built when everybody knows that the Muslims didn't do 9/11. Everybody knows that it was the Jews.
I don't know anything about that controversy per se, sir. I'm very sorry.
I think you're stonewalling me. Could you put me in touch with reservations?
I'll transfer you over. Hold on.
Thank you.
Thank you for calling the 9/11 Memorial Museum.
Ah, you bitch.
We are currently experiencing heavy call volume. Tickets for the museum are available on our website at 91.
Did you hear him go, "Ah, you bitch"?
And I thought, well, my God.
What?
I'm just looking at this woman with a beautiful rack. Amazing. She's just gorgeous. Her name is Ambrea Biscotti or Bisconti, some WAP name, and
Porn star?
no, she's a real estate developer, but she's got like just monumental rack. She might be a porn star, but she's dealing in real estate right now.
I have something else that somebody made called Rush Meltdown. Y'all want to see what that is? People send me stuff on Skype all the time. They make stuff off of my show. Little things like just little sound clips and little songs. You want to see what Rush Meltdown is?
Let's take a looky.
Okay.
The entire chat right now is all about me.
I thought you weren't watching the chat.
I'm looking at it now. It's in front of me.
Okay, well, I'm not. I'm over here at Skype. Okay, let me see if Bill will pick back up. Maybe he will, maybe he won't. I don't know. Bill, did you pick up?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Dexter wanted to talk to you. I just ended that call because it seems like any time two men start fighting on my show, it always winds up bad. So
Yeah, I agree.
go right ahead, Dex. Here's Bill.
Hi, Dexter.
Hey, Bill. What we were talking about earlier, and I got way off track there, but
Yeah, it's kind of personal to me what was brought up, and
yeah. Well, I understand, and like we were trying to.
apologize, Debbie, for bringing that onto your show. I apologize.
No, don't worry about it. No, we're fine. We're good. No, I'm fine.
Bill, let me ask you a question, Bill.
Sure, Steve. Well, Dexter first.
No. Fuck Dexter. Let me ask you a question. What did you just state in the chat room right there?
Say that one more time.
Read your own chat.
Which one?
You chatted it.
Okay, which one are we
must
talking
have
about?
typed. The last one that you chatted. Read it out loud.
Okay, well, there's a lot in here, and which one are you talking about? Me saying something, or what are you talking about?
I said your chat, so who else would it be?
First of all, I don't have a chat, Steve. Don't talk to me like that, Steve. We both know, okay, a lot more.
All right, I am Steve Ogle, and I'm sex. Do you remember there from there at that point?
I can read what's in the chat. Now, there's a lot of chats.
Do that, please.
Now, Steve, now let me ask you a question. Are you, then, if you could ask me a question, let me ask you.
No, you didn't answer my question, so why would I?
Okay, Steve, stop. What, are you talking about my chat on Spreaker?
No, we have a live chat right now going on.
I know. Are you talking about my chat room on Spreaker?
Which he's typing in, yeah.
Okay, what is his name? I don't see a Bill Wagner in there. What is his name? I see
Bill
Barco, I
It's
see
Bill.
Apocalypse, I see Stabby, I see Lulz Talk, I see Pimpat, Lulz, Stabby, Barco.
It's Bill Wagner, Deb. It's Bill Wagner.
Steve, there's no guys. Would y'all consider this dark leafy vegetables? I'm going to show it to you on my webcam. Barco said Steve's chimping and then da 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 da. Come on, computer. There. Well, I can't get it right.
People have said, and there's been reports on the internet about you stealing.
I'm just trying to do what that guy told me to do. I thought I was doing so good.
Have you stolen money and have you stolen photographs from couples for doing their weddings?
Are you an idiot? You know me fucking 4 or 5 years ago.
I don't know you.
I've never done this. You know me from fucking day one.
On here, okay, and you said that I stole money from you, which is an absolute lie.
And
now,
I turned that shit around and I said that didn't happen. And I cleaned that shit up because I thought it was going to happen. It was fixed.
well,
all right?
So now I'm asking you.
Did you hear that part of it or no?
No, I did not hear that part of it.
All right, well, then maybe you should listen to the whole story because I would never do this because I'm a good fucking person.
Well, no, I don't know that. Okay, Steve, I don't know you like Debbie knows you. I know you from what I hear from you here. Okay? That's all I know from you. And I know that when I was in Michigan, you totally attacked me and said that I stole this money from you. Thousands of dollars, you said. And
did you ask for thousands of dollars? Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
I was there during that entire thing, and Bill was true. Bill was right, not Steve. Steve went around to all these shows on BTR and told them that Bill Wagner had stole all this money from him, and he went to the Skype assholes and told them, and Bill hadn't done that. He had not done that. He just told Steve that he could help him make money and gave him an amount of money that it would cost him, and Steve never got back with him, and that's all it was. Steve never gave him a dime. So, anyway.
Can Bill Wagner make you money? Can he put you out there and stuff? Is he good at that or no?
Apocalypse. All right, I'll take the file. Apocalypse is sending me some audio that says, "The truth about Ken Goldberg." Ken Goldberg. I don't know who's a bigger snake, Ken Goldberg or John Wiley Price. Probably Ken Goldberg. He's a snake. This guy fell in love with me. I mean, you can ask my kids or Vic. You want to talk about a stalker. He would show up out in my circle driveway all the time, and I'd be going, "What is it, Ken?" Well, one night I didn't show up to the radio station. He was screaming on the air, "Has anybody seen Debbie Daly?" And then he broke the phone in our studio, so he went over to use the one in Russ Martin's studio and broke the phone over there. And the next morning, they walked in there and said, "You're gone." He lost the post-drive time 4-hour slot on the number 1 show in the number 5 market because of me.
I would never do that for a woman.
Yes, I couldn't believe. Did you know that I was with Sky and Heather, and I threw my cell phone out the window of my car? Swear to God.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, because I always know if Snatch is not going to come after me, I could always pay for it. Just as good a quality.
He lost his mind over me.
That's so stupid. How old was he? Yeah, he's too old for that shit.
And then he makes up this big lie that Debbie's criminal. She's a criminal, and all this kind of stuff. I was like, what? Oh. Then he gives me all the CDs of our show. Okay, he had them burn a copy of them, which he had 2 or 3 copies, and he told me to do an intro for him. So he brings me the CDs. He brings these CDs to me at my house on Sunray. I work on it. I do it. I give it to him. He doesn't pay me. And he starts saying, I want the CDs back. I said, well, come get them. And he wouldn't come over there because at this time, Victor said, if you show up over here again, you're going to get hurt. And he's a little bitty short guy. He's like 5'4". And so he wouldn't come over and get the CDs. So he sues me in district court. Now check this out. You can go and look on the online records. I do not answer the case. I tear it up in front of the constable. I do not file an answer. He goes to take summary judgment, and the judge throws the case out. And he only sued me just to see me again. That's desperation.
That's just stupid. Did he have any children?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would, you know what I mean? That if I were that guy's son, I would want to kick the shit out of him.
Yeah.
For being an idiot.
And then when he gets to Tulsa, he calls me and begs me to do the show. He goes, I'll give you top billing. I'll give you top billing. Please, I'm on my knees. And here's what Apocalypse just sent me. I don't know what it is. Hi, everybody. It's me, Debbie, here on my iPhone on the Spreaker app. And I had to address something that I was made privy to today. I got a phone call from a gentleman by the name of Ken Goldberg. Ken Goldberg. What can be said about Ken Goldberg? Ken Goldberg had a radio show in Dallas on KYNG 105.3 in Dallas 7 years ago that was called Law and Disorder. He was fired from the radio station for screaming out my name on the air over and over and over one night. This can all be verified. You just have to call the station and ask them. And so consequently, after that, I felt very sorry for Ken because I was a major part of his radio show. I was at the studio with him all the time, and he began stalking me. I mean, it was bizarre. With Victor and I were like freaking out about it. He came over to our house one time and gave us all of the CDs from the show that he had. And I was on every single one of them, all the shows. And he asked me to do an intro for him, which I did. And I presented him with the intro, and he loved it. Having been fired from the station, Ken basically tucked tail and ran. He ran to, I think, somewhere in Arizona or somewhere like that, New Mexico, I don't remember. He contacted me after that, asking me to do a show with him out of Arizona via satellite hookup, and I turned him down. He begged me. He said he would give me top billing. I actually recorded that phone call, and I don't know where the recording is. It's on one of my computers. After that, he sued me. And I was like, what? He got this Chinese lawyer to sue me for the CDs that I had. And I said, come get them. I don't care. I was not going over to his apartment because Ken Goldberg did a large amount of drugs. I personally set him up with a person that sold him crack cocaine, a lot of crack cocaine. because he didn't know anybody that did it. He was very much addicted to it, and so I thought I was doing him a favor, and I set him up with this guy that I knew through our bond office, okay? Excuse me. Well, one thing led to another, and like I said, I had to end up getting... One night I was with Sky, and I ended up throwing my cell phone out of the window because he wouldn't stop calling me. We turned on the radio, and he was screaming my name over the airwaves. If anybody knows where Debbie is, get Debbie on here, because he got to where he couldn't do the radio show without me. Okay, back to the lawsuit. So he serves me. I don't even answer the lawsuit. I tear it up and throw it away, okay? The next thing I know, the lawyer contacts Victor through the bond office and leaves a message for me to call. I call this idiot lawyer, and I said, look, buddy, I will call the State Bar of Texas tomorrow and tell them that you are being a party to frivolous lawsuits. And I'm quite sure that the State Bar of Texas wouldn't be very happy with that. Well, the next day, he went to the courthouse and filed for non-suit. Non-suit basically means they're dropping the case. And all this is online. You can see it online. Now, from what I understand with Ken Goldberg, he claims to have gotten a judgment on me. Well, no, he didn't. Because I told the lawyer, and Ken agreed. I said, Ken, why did you lie to these people? And he said, because I didn't know who I was talking to at the time. He said, I thought I was talking to some kid. And I said, well, you were talking to a kid named Apocalypse, and he was working with the Bill Wagner crew, and they were basically trolling you. And he said, aha. That's why I fed him a bunch of bullshit. And I was like, well, these people believe you. They believe anything. They go on to DallasCounty.org and they get these cases where Victor was involved, and they turn them all around and lie about them. And I said, it's really stupid. And he goes, well, if they're trolls, who cares what they say? Well, we ended up having a very nice conversation, and I told him, I said, look, if you want these CDs, I could care less. You know, I told you 20 times to come get them. I was not going back over to your apartment. I was not. Because his wife had left him, and she took their children, and he lived alone, and I just did not feel comfortable going over off of Walnut Hill to his apartment. He was heavily involved in drugs, heavily involved in strip clubs. He was a very seedy person, and I was not about to go over there, so I told him to come get them. When his lawyer found out that I had told him to come get them, he realized he had filed a frivolous lawsuit, and he non-suited it. This is all on record downtown. So this is just me clearing my name again for the lies and deception that are being told out there, and I'll be hooking up with you guys later on.
The only thing I was wrong about is, and it does sound like Apocalypse, but it's Pimp Hat. And it sounds just like Apocalypse. They recorded the conversation. It was Pimp Hat, actually. They recorded the conversation. They called Ken Goldberg. They found him and called him, and they said, what do you think about Debbie Daly? And he was like, Debbie Daly? Oh, well, her and her husband are hardened criminals. And from what I understand, they're like wanted and all this weird, crazy shit. Started saying, oh, they're drug dealers and they're all this crazy stuff. Well, Pimp Hat buys this and he posts it on his show, on his podcast, the entire conversation. And then, of course, somebody gave me the link to it. You know, you got to go hear this. And I went and listened to it. Well, I actually called Ken, but then I didn't talk to him. Ken called me back, which is why I said Ken Goldberg called me. And I said, what the crap are you doing? Hey, Debbie, how you doing? I said, no. What are you doing talking to these people? He goes, what people? And I said, you told these people this whole big stuff and they broadcast it. He goes, they broadcast it? And he was pissed off when he found out that they had broadcast it because he didn't even know they were recording him. And he goes into this big lie. I said, why did you do that? He goes, because I didn't know who I was talking to, so I just made a bunch of shit up. And he goes, if I had any idea that they were recording me or that you would have heard that, let alone broadcast it,
He goes, I would have hung up on him the second I picked up the call. Because he's an attorney. He's an actual attorney. And so that's what that was. Apocalypse, you little mullet. It actually does sound like Apocalypse. And I'll be happy to show you guys that right now. I'll look it up and I can find it real quick. But tell me if you think it sounds like Apocalypse, but it's actually Pimp Hat. And I don't know when they did this, but okay, I'm on the website. And here we go. I have to just find the show. He's got 65 shows. All right, here we go. It is... See, Christmas Eve, BWC, Dexter, 3 Hours of Noise, Music, Radio Dexter, News Guide, WBC, Shots Fired, Derek, Alan Wayne, Blue Yeti Mike, Todd Morris, Steve Rush. Oh, Steve was horrible on that show too. Let's see. I'm going to page 2. Bill Wagner, The Wagon Wheel, A Call to a Victim of Debbie. That might be it. That might be it. A Call to a Victim of Debbie. I think this is it. We'll check and see. Let me see if it's the one on top or the one on bottom. Okay. This might be it.
Hello?
That's it.
Is this Ken? Yes.
That's Ken.
Is this Ken Gold?
That's actually him.
Yes.
Listen.
Oh, perfect. Yes, my name is Bill Wagner, and I'm...
Okay, it's Dr. Herpington. My bad. It's Dr. Herpington. Dr. Herpington did so much damage to my life. But listen to how it sounds like Apocalypse, doesn't it?
A little bit.
I'm a freelance journalist. Do you happen to know a woman named Deborah Montoya? Yes. Okay. Can you fill me in on her?
Well, first off, tell me what's going on.
Well, she's been having a habit on saying people have been stalking her, and I'm writing a story on it. And basically,
I'd stay about as far away from that lady as you can.
Yeah, that's the vibe we've been getting. But we've noticed that on our public records, on our public records.
This is the guy that trolled Bathtub Girl. This is Herpington. This is Benjamin McCormick. And Robert McCormick, his father, took him off the internet, and the BWC has nothing to do with him anymore. They're not scared of him. They just know that he's batshit crazy. I've talked to 2 of them, and they said, man, we stay as far away from that psycho. And they said to me on Skype recently, I'm not going to divulge which one because that's not right. They said, he went way over the line with you. This guy got obsessed with me, Mr. Midnight Movie. I mean, obsessed. So bad that Victor called his father in Oregon and said, buddy, I've never done this in my life, but you need to know what your son is doing. And goes into this long story. All of it was 100% true. And he was like, on behalf of my family, please forgive me. I mean, please, we offer our forgiveness. I don't even know what he did, but supposedly this guy Herpington is really, I mean, they keep him locked. They keep him on a chain.
You know what? People with mental illness and personality disorders cause a lot of pain in people's lives. And they can really, and to a degree, I don't have a lot of empathy because they mainly, a lot of them cause a lot of pain. If they have an opening to inflict pain, that's what a lot of them do.
Well, this is who trolled Bathtub Girl. He got what's-her-face to call over there and pretend that it was me. And, and the thing about it is Bathtub Girl knows that. She knows that, but that's another story. I'll play a little bit more of this. It's pretty funny.
Sued her for something. What was that about?
Okay, here's where he lies.
Well, the public record indicates she stole my entire career. She took all my CDs from my radio show, all the archives, and never returned them, even after losing the lawsuit. So,
wow.
The reason he says I stole his career is he blames me for losing his job. I mean, Mr. Midnight Movie, he was handed the sweetest spot to the tune of $187,000 a year plus sponsors. And he blew it over me. He was going like this. If anybody out there in Dallas, Texas, anywhere has seen Debbie, please have her call the station right now. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? She's not here. I knew she wasn't going to show. And he was going like this. He was picking up the phone and going, Debbie, call me, God damn it. And then he would go like this real loud. Listen, he would go. He would hang the phone up real loud. And he broke our phone in our studio, in the satellite. And he goes down the hall and he sneaks into Russ Martin's studio, the god of radio in Dallas. He followed Howard Stern. He's the Howard Stern of Texas. Russ Martin is his name. Gets on there and breaks his phone. And yeah.
Unbelievable.
And this is the kind of guy, and I was even talking to somebody earlier today at the pool. I was sitting out there talking to somebody. Was it Heather or Steven? And I mentioned you because I think it was Steven, because he was talking about California. And I said, you know, Mr. Midnight Movie has one thing that he is obsessed with, and it's pussified men. He cannot stand them. I said, they make his teeth itch. And that's what you're hearing here, is a pussified guy. Well, she stole my career. I mean, oh my God. Listen to this guy.
Your examination of public records has revealed the source of my irritation with her. I just stay away from her. She might be crazy. She might have other problems.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm crazy. We were so pissed off because when they allocate $187,000 to the show, it's up to you to pay whoever you want to do whatever. He paid the board op $32,000 a year. He paid the guy that worked for the network to where they had to do the 7-second delay button if somebody said the word fuck or something. Paid him like $20,000. Threw me like $40,000, and he pocketed over $100,000. And then he got all the proceeds from the sponsors, and we had some nice sponsors. We had all the strip bars in Dallas, and he was just a seedy fucking guy. And the reason he wanted those CDs back, because I called David Gold at the station. I said, David, can you burn another copy of that show? And he goes, sure. You want me to do it right now? So he could have gotten a copy of those show logs just like that. He wanted me to come over to his apartment. Get it? Yeah. And I wouldn't do it because I was scared to death of the guy. Because one time he tried to rape me. I mean, not rape me, but he was just really getting forceful with me. And he's a gun carrier. He actually owned DFW Gun Range and got trolled, Mr. Midnight Movie. This is the true story. Got trolled by that guy that called himself... God, what was his name? That real dorky guy that did that show all the time that was like, he was from like Franistan or some fake, you know what his name was? His name was something from, he was that weird guy from that made up country called, what the hell was the name of that thing? That he was from something like, I want to say Franistan or something. His name was, damn it, what was his name? And he goes down to, he did a show, he did TV shows. Nobody knows his name? His name was like Pocky, or he would go, hello, I am Borat. God, but Apocalypse is a genius. Okay, Borat goes down to the DFW gun range from Kazakhstan. Thank you. Borat, and it's on his fucking show. Walks in there and he goes, "Hello, I am from Kazakhstan." He goes, "Well, hello, how are you?" And he goes, what are these cameras for?" He goes, "I'm doing TV show." He goes, "You shoot gun here?" "Yes, we shoot guns here." And he's real serious and shit. And he goes, "May I shoot gun?" And, Ken walks him in there. And you can see Ken. It's plain as day. And he gets in there and he starts trolling Ken. And Ken is so stupid, he doesn't realize it. He goes, "In Kazakhstan, we don't shoot at target. We have women down there. We don't appreciate women." He goes, "Well, that's not right. You shouldn't do that." "No, in Kazakhstan, women are very, women are very disposable. We don't even let them show face." "Well, that's not right. So we have women at the end of the thing, and we shoot at the women. It's no big deal in Kazakhstan." And Victor's laughing because he knows I'm telling you the truth. And this stupid idiot Ken Goldberg goes, "Well, let me have that gun. I don't really, I don't feel good with you having that gun." And we were just like, you can't be that stupid, But anyway, it's just pretty funny. He trolled the shit out of him and made a fool out of him. He actually he had money. He was from money. He came from money. Oh, shit. Here it is. Mr. Midnight Movie, I just found it. Listen. Borat going to Ken Goldberg's gun range. It's on YouTube. Here it is. Take a listen, everybody.
In Kazakhstan, we say it makes you feel like a real man when you shoot.
It's a nice feeling. I enjoy it.
It feels good. Your body feel alive, good, like a proper man.
Especially when you're shooting a machine gun.
Yes.
Yeah.
How many can it
It's about
kill?
800 rounds per minute.
Wow, is a good gun. 800 per minute.
Yeah.
It means you have a many criminal try to you can.
Yeah, you can just waste them. After I'm done with guns, I always go to the topless club.
Wow, I like it very much. To shoot a gun and to see a big.
That really sums it up.
This is what a man should do. A man should be able to shoot a gun and enjoy.
Go look at naked women.
Yes.
Yes.
High five. In Kazakhstan, now they take a very, very, very bad, evil criminal, and they let you practice them in 2 of the gun club. You think they should do here?
Oh, my word. Oh, you guys are crazy.
Why not?
Oh, man, that's the craziest thing I ever heard.
You think
I like it, but it's crazy. We execute people,
Yes.
but the government has to do it.
Why can they not do
has
it
to
in
be
a gun
done.
club?
Well, there's probably no good reason why not.
It would be a fun.
But we don't, yes, it probably would be fun. Okay, come on through. So how about I kick your ass, Osama? See you here.
Wow. You are a real man. High five. Can you buy this gun for self-defense?
It's possible. It's not easy to.
Can you buy anti-tank gun for self-defense?
You can.
Good.
In Texas.
Good.
Can you really? Debbie.
What?
Can you really buy an anti-tank gun in Texas?
Probably. You can buy a M50-51 or it'll take out. I don't know if it'll take out a tank, but it'll take out a chopper. What were you going to say?
Can't anymore. Like they changed the law.
I don't know. Can they or can't they?
I don't think so anymore.
He says he doesn't think so anymore. He thinks they changed the law. But did you hear Ken Goldberg?
He's an idiot, dude. Well, I like going to strip clubs and shooting guns too, but
He's a midget.
an asshole. He's an asshole.
I can't believe I found that. If Apocalypse, but I don't care what y'all say. You've got to admit that voice sounds like Apocalypse, and I'll do a test on it. Listen to this.
I don't have anything to do with her or her husband. And
Yeah, because you ran like a burnt rabbit.
Debbie, I'm starting to get exhausted. I gotta get to bed.
I thought the Jew said that you're not even supposed to tell me when you hang up anymore, sweet baby.
Well, I'm not, dude. The Jew doesn't. He's not my dad.
I know. I was just joking with you.
That guy, come on, man. I'm being, and you're the only one here. And if I just hung up on you, that would, you know.
I was joking.
I know.
I was. Okay.
I'm sorry.
No, don't say you're sorry. I'm fine with it.
Very well.
Good night, precious.
Good night, Debbie.
Good night. Sleep tight.
Very well.
All right. Thank you. So who wants to hear, since we're over here on Pimp Hat's Epic channel, which is hysterical, I absolutely love his channel. He does some funny stuff. Who wants to hear Steve Ogle on his channel one night? Listen to this. Steve Rush, I mean. Listen to this.
All right. Here we go. Fucking Steve Ogle. Fucking pussy.
Wrong one. That's the one where he just rages about Steve, and it is so hysterical. He goes, Steve! And he almost breaks his microphone screaming about Steve Ogle. It's really funny. I'll show you what I'm talking about. He does it right. And then one of them, Goose, falls asleep and snores through the entire podcast. And the one he does where he's screaming at Steve is right here. It's pretty funny.
All right. This is another show about fucking Steve Ogle. Yeah, that's right, Steve Ogle. Enjoy your fucking 15th minute of E-fame, you dickhead. All right. So, I got a message on Skype to listen to something that Steve fucking guzzle.
Well, that's not it. Here's the one where he screams at him. They were back to back to back to back.
All right, Steve Ogle. You're starting to piss me off, Steve Ogle. You're really starting to piss me off right now, Steve Ogle. I mean, how many times have you told everybody that you're going to leave and you haven't left? I mean, even funnier is how many times have you really left because you're a pussy and you can't take it like a man because you're a pussy and you're not a real man?
Pimp Hat, would you label these a little bit better, please? It's really funny, though. And then he calls in one night. Steve calls in one night wasted. I mean, wasted, and starts trashing me. Where is it? There's Todd Morris's chimp out. I don't know where it is. Let's see. Oh, I think this is it. Steve's wasted.
All right.
No, damn it. It says wedding photographer Steve Rush, but it doesn't. That's all it says. I'll look a couple more seconds here. I wish I knew which one that was. Debbie Daly institutionalized. Do you remember that time we were moving and we stayed in that hotel for 2 or 3 days, and then we went out of town and Steven stayed in the hotel, in our hotel room by himself with his cat? Mm-hmm. They said that you put me in Timberlawn Psychiatric Hospital.
Oh no, they caught us.
That was pretty funny. Let's see. I'll look on one more page, and if it's not there, forget it. Let's see. Part 2 of that long-ass show. Recap of the Great Debate. After-show chat with the news guy. Shots fired. Derek, Alan Wayne wrecked. Dexter's not on 96.5 Kiss FM. Blue Yeti Mike. More content than any Todd Morris show. Criticism of Alan Wayne, except it says Anal Wayne. Derek and Dexter, Steve Rush on the wagon wheel. Maybe this is it.
Wait a minute.
This is
Do
it.
you guys hear that?
This is it.
Blog Talk Radio and big fights with some nigger radio show. And what's going on with you guys? I mean, I don't know that story. I mean, whatever story he was talking about that day that you were on there last. I mean, what's that all about?
Simply this: if you give somebody 20 grand,
Okay.
or 100,000, and they come back with half that, would you give them time to figure it out, or no?
Well, I don't know. I don't think I'd give anybody that kind of money in the first place, but I don't know. I'd probably go straight to court with that.
All right. See, now you're being like the fucking cool pimp Pat. Why is Debbie pissed at you?
Well, she's pissed off at me because I don't agree with her, because I don't agree with what she does, and I call her out on things. She doesn't like that I'm no longer her friend anymore. Her quote-unquote friend.
Yeah. See how fucking hard it was to be a co-host? It was a bitch. So you guys could laugh at me, but it wasn't easy, was it?
Well, no. I mean, I didn't.
Give me
we
some
didn't laugh.
credit, brother.
We didn't. Well, yeah, I do give you credit for dealing with her for that long. I will give you that, like, legitimate. Yeah.
But do me a favor. Do me a favor. If you ever do anything for me, you fucking give that up to her. And you say, you know what? I gotta give Rush one big fucking credit for being a co-host for you for so long.
Okay.
Seriously, like I'll give you some guys some bones too.
Yeah, I'll do it. Yeah, it makes sense. I do give you
Cause
credit.
you
for
know
that.
I tried really hard to make that show fucking happen, and then she was like fucking so impossible to work with. Let's put it that way. Yeah.
Right. Well, what is this with she's spilling like voicemails that you sent to her phone or something like that, where you're like spilling your guts out to her?
No, I sent a couple of messages in response to hers. It doesn't matter. It's just fucking boringness. The people that want me on the shows are good people and fucking exciting and dangerous people. I want to be at something more explosive than just fucking Debbie Daly. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I co-host it along. That's fine. I'll co-host along. And then that's kind of a good time, for a little bit, but after a while it gets boring.
Right.
You know that.
Yeah.
I think that she has a great show. I think that she has...
Okay, truth time. This took place in July of 2014. In June of 2014, I was introduced to Dexter. Dexter began doing my shows with me, and it was pretty fun until he got weird. Well, Steve does not take kindly to anybody on here with me, anybody. And he hated Dexter. And he just began to get kind of weird and say crazy things like he's the one that carried my show. I mean, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I mean, the people out there that listen to my show know what it's like when I have Steve on here. It's a fight to get him sober, to be honest with you, half the time. The last time he was on here, it was just a mess. It was a mess. And I believe the time before that. Now, here's the deal. I like Steve. I really do. I like Steve a lot. But it's an insult to me and my podcast here if you're going to come on drunk every time. And it's just, I think it's an insult. And he says things like, oh, well, I couldn't work with her. I had to carry the show. And then he goes into saying all this stuff. If I remember correctly, and Pim Pat's trolling the crap out of him. And he says things like, oh, I know all these secrets about her. And I'm like, what? What secrets do you, there's no secrets to know about me. But at the time that was recorded, he had probably done, and you can look on the archives, a total of 8 shows with me. And granted, there were some shows on there that we had some fun when I was in a mood that was nuts. In fact, there was one show that we did in January of that year that so far is the biggest, it's the most popular show that I have. I think it was January, I don't remember when it was. January 2nd or something, I think. I don't remember. Let's see. It says Sunday night with Debbie, all about the Cold War with Mr. Midnight Movie. Thursday night with Mr. Midnight Movie and JP. Lester with Guy Shea. Monday night with Debbie. Late night slapping the bass. It might be this one when I was off the chain. I was really nuts. No, it's not that one. That only has 180 plays. This one has over 1,000 plays, I think. Let me look it up another way. I'll find it and show you what I'm talking about. We did a show, like I said, one night where we were just crazy. Or I was crazy because my kids were not home, and I just felt like I could really let my hair down is what I'm saying. I don't know how you look this up by shows. Let me see. I think it was on this one. There it is. This is pretty funny, actually. It has over 1,000 plays so far. And it's called, it doesn't take me to the show. Crap, now I'm stuck in statistics. How do I get out of this? I think I know when I can find it now. It's really worth listening just a couple of seconds of it. Besides, there's nothing else going on. If there's something else to listen to, I wouldn't blame you. Go listen to it because I'm just sitting here just being bored. Trying to decide if I'm going to go to the Four Seasons. I have a reservation there tomorrow night and Saturday night because of the Byron Nelson. But I don't know if I want to go or not. You know, it's one of those things you have to be in the mood for. I got a room there this year. I hate Spreaker. You have to go more. You have to keep clicking more. It's really dumb. But you don't have to do that on Blog Talk Radio. You just click and just hit page down. More. I'm only in October. More. And this was the show that happened not too terribly long before he called into Pimp Hats. He'd only done like maybe 8 or 9 shows with me at the most. He just never was available because of what he does for a living. And now we're in June. And we're still in June. There's Debbie and Dexter. That's pretty funny. Dexter and I had some fun too. But he just... You want to know the truth? Or you want me to make up something? The truth about it is Dexter just wasn't honest. He just told some tall tales and stuff that I just wasn't buying into. And if I can't buy into what you're doing, I can't sell it to a podcast audience. And I just couldn't, I just didn't believe in what he was doing. He was trying to make me believe that iHeartRadio was flying him to London and flying him all around the world. And I just, I don't know. You know, I just didn't buy it. Okay, now we're in February. I'm so full from that dinner I ate. But I'm doing what they say to do. I'm following the orders of the doctor. Okay, where is it? Now I'm in January. Let's see. Oh, here it is. Take a listen to this. It was pretty funny, but listen to the mood I'm in. I'd had 3 margaritas. Hi there. You just caught me over here whistling a winter tune. And I'm late. I'm late for a very important date. No time to say hello. Goodbye. I'm late because I looked up about 15 till 10 and I went, ah! I had not made Victor's dinner. And we can't have a hungry hubby. Because remember, girls, keep your hubby happy. Make your happy chubby. When he's a little chubby, he's a happy pappy with Rockenspiel. Tonight's program is brought to you by those good people at Rockenspiel. Hit it, Wilma. Oh, keep your hubby happy. Make your hubby happy. I forgot the words. When he's a little chubby, he's a happy pappy with Rockenspiel. Let's find Rockenspiel. That would be our sponsor for this evening. I bet I can get some money out of them. What do y'all bet? Let's do it. I've been singing all night. I was out there cooking a little while ago. Rockenspiel. Here we go. I bet that's not how you spell it. Oh, here we go. Hit it, Wilma.
Make your hubby happy, keep your hubby happy. When he's a little chubby, he's a happy pappy with Rockenspiel.
One more time, Wilma.
Make your hubby happy,
keep your hubby happy. When he's a little chubby, he's a happy pappy with Rockenspiel. This is Racist Flintstone episode. Well, let's just take a listen.
Ah, yes. It's very good for families to taking judo lessons. Oh, yes. It's make for togetherness.
Ah, yes.
Friend?
Sukiyaki.
First, I are recommending 10 easy brown...
Sukiyaki. Oh, that's just terrible. Scrub me mama with a boogie beat. What are these cartoons? What is this? We're going to listen to Scrub Me Mama with a Boogie Beat. I have no idea what this is. No, I said tonight is brought to us by those good people. Oh, this looks terrible. It's making fun of black people, I think. We just cannot have that. I told the good people tonight...
That's what we have Mr. Midnight Movie for.
Exactly.
Hey, now.
Tonight is brought to us by those good people at Rockenspiel.
Make your hubby happy,
keep your hubby happy. When he's a little chubby, he's a happy pappy with Rockenspiel. Yeah, one more time, Wilma.
What's that from the top?
One more time, Wilma.
Make your hubby happy, keep your hubby happy. When he's a little chubby, he's a happy pappy with Rockenspiel. Yeah, remember she wasn't feeding Fred and he went nuts?
I don't even know what the fuck.
This is when Steve Rush is absolutely on the top of his game. And this is the type of show I would pitch to network. I would pitch to network radio. I would pitch this to CBS. It's so entertaining and lively. And it keeps you involved. And Steve is the perfect co-host to any host out there. I don't care who you are. If I was co-hosting for Steve, the perfect co-host plays backup to the host. And absolutely... If you're in a co-host situation, now me and Mr. Midnight Movie and JP, we're not in a co-host situation. They are just as important as I am when they come on. They don't follow anything. In fact, I usually follow what Mr. Midnight Movie says. But watch how Steve does. He's genius on this show. And if we could keep up this momentum, we would be on network radio because I would see that we were.
Just playing.
And you have to remember one other thing. There's no writers. There's no script. There's no show log to follow. Nothing. This is simply off the top of my head as I just feel it coming on, just like that. And it's kind of entertaining. I think it is. Stones.
Oh, see.
I learned a long time ago that his job is to keep money in the bank. My job is to make sure that he puts money in the bank. by being behind him, making the money that he puts in the bank. No, I'm joking. My job is to keep him fed and other things. Right, baby?
Mm-hmm.
You love me today, or what's up?
Mm-hmm. I think I'm burnt.
What's going to burn? Your love is burning for me? Blow me. Anyway, so that's one thing I have to do is keep him fed. And the thing about Victor, and any man that I was married to or living with, I never even ask them if they're hungry. I just know that they need to eat every whatever hours, you know.
How does that work with your co-host? I mean, like, do you sense when I'm hungry? Do you want to, like, send me over some food?
You make me a sandwich. Victor says make me a sandwich. Do what? Oh, co-hosts don't matter. You have to be
I understand.
I have to be Mrs. Rush.
All right, well, we have to arrange that.
I'm a good wife. And even Victor said today to Heather, he says, "You're talking to the best goddamn mother you'll ever meet on the planet." Because I was telling her what to do about Jed, because she was saying that he was this morning. He comes walking in, and he's dressed head to toe like a cowboy.
Yeah, he's in that stage, you said.
Well, he's getting in this stage where he wants to dress himself.
Cool.
And he just head to toe cowboy, and they were going to go over to Philip's house because was it a beautiful day in Chicago?
It was not a bad day.
It was picturesque in Dallas. I don't think you could ask for a more beautiful day. Absolutely picturesque.
Yeah, it was like 35, so we were happy, but gorgeous where you were.
Gorgeous. I was outside almost all day working outside. Anyway, and so she says, he's just looking for attention because he, didn't want to do this and all this stuff. And I said, Heather, he's 3 years old. He's not old enough to start trying to manipulate you. I mean, he is, but then he's not. I mean, he's not playing mind games, And I said something that really pissed her off. I looked at Victor when she wasn't in there, but she heard me. I said, these goddamn kids nowadays have these kids, and they don't know a damn thing about how to... And I went, fuck me, there she is. And she heard every word I said.
Busted.
She goes, well, that's real good. Takes a lot
You
moon.
were like 2 feet tall at that moment.
She Katie kaboomed. She Katie kaboom. The other night, Stephen goes, can I borrow your car to go get something to eat? She goes, no, but I'll take you. So I see her get Jet out of bed, lift him up, throw him on her shoulder, and I said, that is a lot of class, not trusting your brother. She gets in the car, and the last thing I see, she shoots me the finger.
No way.
Yeah, I swear to God.
In your fucking car?
In her car.
Oh.
That I paid for.
I'd ground her. She's kind of old for it.
She's 24.
Send her to me.
No, you wouldn't have her.
Oh, yes, I would. Anyway.
She wouldn't have you unless you're Philip.
Yeah, I'm not Philip.
Everything is Philip. And even the baby says, Daddy Philip.
Oh.
Daddy Philip.
So what's been going on other than your beautiful day? By the way, I don't know if you've been catching any news outside Chicago, but we had some it was bitter cold, as you know. It was like 20 below zero. And then it went from that, and we had, a foot of snow. And all of that.
I'm doing that on purpose. Into my microphone, I'm going. Go ahead. You had how much snow?
We had like a foot of snow.
No.
And then it all froze, and then all of it melted because it went almost to 40 degrees, which is like a heat wave for us. It's a fucking heat wave.
Now, if you heard Victor, he said, oops, I got to go. It's burning. We were cooking on the grill, drinking, and the only thing we had to make was I had some ice to put in a blender, and I put some frozen lemonade in there that I had and some gin. And I was at this time, I'm on my first margarita. And the kids are gone. Heather's gone over to Philip's house, and Stephen's out of town climbing. He's a rock climber. So I take advantage of it because I've never, like I've said before, my kids have never seen me drunk, and I've never been drunk around them. And I just don't feel right about it. And I don't drink that often. I think I haven't drank since then. But I'm going to go forward to show you how I slowly get drunker and drunker and drunker and drunker. It's really funny. Till I'm just off the chain.
And the buildings downtown, as you know, they're 100-story buildings, 80-story buildings, 70.
You poo into my personal life over here. I'm really quite the nutcase, to tell you the truth.
Oh, you think they don't know that?
They would.
We love you, Deb.
They think I walk on water. My family does.
Oh, I thought you meant the listeners.
No, I was talking about my personal life, my family over here. I was letting you in a little sneak peek inside behind the veil.
Behind the veil of frostiness.
The audio was what I guess needed to happen because about a week after that played, Lester Bartholomew Jones, who had declared me to be his target, became my best friend. Which just goes to show you some people that, I mean, and I go off my instincts and my intuition.
I had Tuck and I look like shit in it. So you can imagine what I look like in person. What about you, Bootsy?
Oh, no, you don't. You're
Listening to me, and then I went into singing. And the kids and Victor loved the way I talk to the dogs because the dogs talk back to me. And I'll say things like, Mika, open the door. We're freezing. And I'll go, you're not freezing. And there's a conversation that goes back and forth. And Sky, God rest her soul, used to get so tickled at me. She would say that whenever I would talk to the dogs, that it would get to a point to where after I said something, she would go, kind of listen for the dogs to answer. But just to let y'all in a little peeky-poo into my personal life over here, I'm really quite the nutcase, to tell you the truth.
Oh, you think they don't know that?
They would.
We love you, Deb.
They think I walk on water. My family does.
Oh, I thought you meant the listeners.
No, I was talking about my personal life, my family over here. I was letting you in a little sneak peek inside behind the veil.
Behind the veil of frostiness.
Behind the veil of frostiness.
I love it. That should be the next name of my ale. I'll call it Frosty Ale.
Now, that'll be original, you mullet.
Why are people talking to me when I don't want to friggin' talk to them?
We should be... Is it Riley? Is it Riley?
That one and 7 other people.
They're trying to get on the show, and I didn't answer their calls because I just didn't answer their calls.
Word.
And I just didn't. I don't know why. And there's another one calling in. There's David calling in.
Yeah, I got that one too. Look at me. Look at you. Look at them. Look at us. Look in the corner. Look at the sky.
And I told Jake about two years ago, I said the second or third year in college, you will have a nice apartment and a beautiful car. Now, I don't know if he did this because I said that, but last week Jake got a nice car and a brand new apartment.
Very good.
Because I
so
told
he's
him.
Doing well. Awesome.
And there's Riley calling in now. I'm like, guys, hang on. I don't want to pack this lineup again. I've been hating that lately. It's so bad.
It's just so many people. I just put myself on mute because you can't hear each other. Everybody just stepped on it. It's like too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's a lot. And, I feel so sorry because Jewish producer who doesn't really... I'm the one that pulled Jewish producer out of his shell over about 6 months ago. I made him go get... He had this horrible... He would talk off his speaker on his computer. It was horrible. And I said, go get a headset that is made by Logitech. So he writes it all down. He goes and gets it. And that's why you hear a Jewish producer nowadays, because if not, you would have never heard him before.
That's exactly what I'm using, the Logitech headset. Can I get a little bit more bass, by the way? Thank you.
Are you totally addicted to bass?
I am. I love my bass. Like a little bit of bass, no trouble, thank you. But anyway, no, you're right. You absolutely have to have like a headset. That way you could hear yourself. The microphone's always in the same place.
I have a professional setup.
I know you do.
I'm a professional.
I do too, but I can't use it because I'm where this computer's located. Until I bring it to another level, I can't use the Yeti at all. So I got a Blue Yeti, and I've got the which fucker are you? The Q8.
What is a Q8?
Q8 is my freaking sweet baby mic. This is the one I do vocals to. This is my Samsung.
What do you do? Sing karaoke of Rush?
I never sing the Rush. Out of. And here's the fucking funniest thing. You think I can't sing because back in the day you heard me do Beth, and I was drunk, so I did not.
I know you're cool. It was so fucking bad. Oh my
Shut
God.
up. Anyway,
I like when you go,
at the end, right?
Yeah.
Like
I lost it. I go, Steve, stop.
6 packs in, I'm like,
I go, Steve, stop. You go,
And when you're drinking, it's like, hey, I must sound good because I can hear me.
Actually, the drunker I get, the better I sound, usually.
No, you
sound
fine.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I
Oh,
do.
you think you do.
The most I ever killed a karaoke night. You know, some people take karaoke serious.
You know what? Now, you were saying, remember when Reuter was saying that I sang Kentucky Rain when I was down there? I did, Debbie. And you know what? I got a standing ovation for that.
Oh, blow me. From who? 6 drunks and a bar hide?
150 people in that place all stood up.
Standing ovation,
Ask
fat ass.
Ask Reuter.
Was it like this?
Yeah, I had to give that guy $1.
No, I believe you.
But I can't, actually. You suck. See, you give a little and then you take more.
Kentucky rain kept flowing down another hill, another town until I'm walking. Is that the way you sang it? Did you sing it like that?
Man, I'm so fucking sick of you.
Did you sing it like that, Steve?
I sang nothing like this. I don't know why you're going to be so vulgar. Taking away the only thing I wanted to do.
I kicked your dog.
I kicked your dog so hard his uterus is now in his throat. That's what I'm saying.
Kick my dog and my dog would bite you.
I would kick your dog and run, and then I would call you and I would sue you.
I didn't kick your dog. Oh my God, stop talking to me.
Your doggy bite me.
Shut up, you're too gay.
I'm so not gay.
If I call you gay, you're gay.
If you say I'm gay, I will have to prove you wrong.
Sometimes for me, you are gay tonight. You know what? I have so much karaoke on this machine. Let's see how much karaoke we have.
Cocky karaoke.
Karaoke. Okay,
Who came up with that fucking name, by the way? That's got to be
Oh
a name.
my God, it has so much. Oh, karaoke means to make fool of self when drunk. I read.
shit.
I have a T-shirt that says that when I won that karaoke song. You know what song I won on?
I'm a bitch.
I'm a bitch. I'm a lover. I'm a child. I'm a
Rush.
mother. No, I did.
And a smile at Morissette.
Yeah. No, I did. Paper Roses.
Oh, Rush. Paper Roses was done by
2 more rushes and you're gone. Those are like bonks.
No, they're not. That's when we have the question show thing that you hate when I say it. Because.
Oh, this is the one that I won. This one. Today. Wait a minute. 2 days. Shut up. Hold on a minute. It's one of those ones where you have to start before the freaking song starts. Okay, wait. Okay, let me get the words down in my head. Shh. 2 days past 18, he was looking for the bus at his army greens. They saw a little girl and down there saw a little girl with a bow in his hair. Said, do you mind if we go and roll in his mouth? They just took the trip down for a while and talking to you. I'm feeling a little low. She said, I'm off in an hour and I know where we can go. Something, sit down on the pier. He said, I bet you got a boyfriend, but I don't care. I got no one to send a letter to. Would you mind if I sent one back home to you? Here we go, Steve. My heart cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, looking for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Everybody be alone. The soldier's coming home. My uncle knows these people real well, these singers. So he was over in Vietnam and then he went to Vietnam and he told her all about the things that he saw and how that it might be love. Said it's getting kind of rough over here and you might not hear from me, but don't be upset because that just means that I probably got blown away. He said, I'm gonna call you anyway. I forgot the words. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. Never more to be alone. And the letter said, the soldier's coming home.
And that's my sister. She's playing the fiddle over yonder. Play, Missy, play.
I'm so
Louder,
stupid.
Missy. I'm playing the bass for you, baby.
Man, these bitches are talented. Woo! And then it goes something about. Wait a minute, let me think. I'm trying to think. Oh, Friday night. Okay, ready? Here we go. Friday night. Wait a minute. Friday night at a football game, and something and something and the something. Will you bow your head for a letter, something of the Vietnam dead? And one little girl, when they played the piccolo, was under the bleachers crying because they said his name. And that's what happened in this song. It's really sad. Except one little girl with a bow in her hair. Come on, girls, let's wind it down. I cried, never gonna hold the hand of another guy. Too young for him, they told her, waiting for the love of a traveling soldier. Our love will never end, waiting for the soldier to come back again. We're more to be alone, 'cause the letter said the soldier's coming home. Do the drums, Steve.
Oh, wait. I'm playing my bass. I'm playing my bass now.
Here's the drums right here. They go. Now you see how I win karaoke everywhere I go.
I love the way that you put something in every other part. And you won a shirt for that?
I remember a girl. Yeah, I did, but I actually knew the words, and I was drunk, which makes me sing better. So you were lying like a cheap piece of carpet if you say
No,
it.
because you had a monitor in front of you, and that's how you could read the lyrics, and you remembered them. Not because you were drinking.
How do you even know that? Okay, now it's your turn.
'Cause it's
You ready?
Karaoke. Oh, my God.
You have to make up the words.
No, we're not doing this.
Yes, you are.
Fuck you.
Come
I get to
on,
pick
do
a song
it.
now.
No, you have to do this one. I'll get you started. Ready? And here we go. You go. Working all week. Never fly for my money. So the weekend comes, I go get live with the honey. That's all I know.
Yeah, and I'm ready to kill me in the chat room.
Who? All week.
Ain't gonna happen.
Something for my money. And when the weekend comes, I go get live with the honeys. Something. Well, see, I'm trying to see what else I've got that you could do.
I got an idea. Let's hear you sing all night. It's all night. Debbie Daly at the all night.
No.
Cheers.
Wait a minute. I'm trying to find something that you can do. Oh, here's one. You can do this one. Ready?
Edmund Fitzgerald? I don't think so.
So all you know is Rush?
No, I know a lot of stuff. I know
Ready?
trigonometry.
Legend lives on. Wait. The legend lives from Chicago on a big lake they call Gitchagumi.
Have you seen
Superior said. Wait. Superior. Where am I at? The gales of November come gloomy.
Come early.
With a load of iron ore 26,000 tons more than the Edmund Fitzgerald weighed empty. That good skipper and crew set sail on a 3-hour cruise.
Oh my God! Stop.
The skipper, the movie star.
Millionaire in his life.
At 7 p.m., the old hatchway gave in. He said, fellas, it's been good to know ya. She might have broke up and she might have capsized. She may have done what the damn Titanic did. All right, shut up a minute. Let me go to another one over here. I can't shut it off until I find another one. Wait a minute. What am I gonna do? Hold on. Wait a minute. I don't know what to do. I can't find another one.
It's a little button. Don't worry. This is.
Oh my God, this is hysterical. Here we go. Do this one. Hi, everybody. I'm Lester Bartholomew Jones down here in Texas. Me and we just out here ding, singing on a Saturday night. Here we go. He's going, well, what's the word? Then, folks, I forgot the words. Said, California is a place you ought to be. They loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is. I forgot. Well, Jed is fishing and cut up fish, and I forgot what the words to it. Opie and Anthony were there. Opie was there, and so was Aunt B.
I was right there watching everybody shoot at the ground and kill hogs.
The Beverly Hillbillies. Yeehaw! It's Louisiana. So shut up.
Ride me like a pony.
Ride me like a pony. Oh, no.
Oh, come hither. Who is this person that wants to talk to me? I'm going to tell them to fuck off. Sorry.
They keep calling this line. I don't know why. I'm like, stop calling me. Oh, here's a good one.
Is this the country hour with Debbie?
I'm from Texas, bitch. This is my roots coming out right here. Ready? Making believe. Wait, does you still love me? I don't know the words of this sad song. I can't sing the man's song. I can't do it. I am so blue and lonely. I have no idea what I'm fucking singing. I think it's called. It says Making Believe.
What you said? Making leaves?
Making believe.
Oh, what the fuck? I'm gonna de-Skype people. There we go.
Here's a good one. Wait a minute. Today I sat alone at the window and I watched our little girl outside at play with the little boy next door, like so many times before. But something didn't seem quite right today.
Everybody.
So I went outside to see what she was doing, and then the teardrops started falling down my face. The kids aren't home tonight. When I heard him mention a game, and I hung my head in shame when I heard the words she said to him. I don't want to play house. I think I went with a girl. No, it can't be fun. I'm singing back up. 'Cause I've watched mommy and my daddy, and if that's the way it's done, I don't want to play house. This is the last part. 'Cause when she played house, my daddy said goodbye. Sing with me, Steve, this time. I don't want to play house. It makes my mommy cry. God damn, that's a depressing fucking song. Are you kidding me?
Can I put the razor down now?
I don't
Putting the razor down. Put the gun away, Steve. Okay.
Like, you can imagine this guy goes, I know, let's play house. And she goes, I don't want to play house because it makes my mommy cry.
Wow, that's like fucking super Debbie Downer.
And when my mommy played house, my daddy said goodbye.
Damn.
Are you kidding me?
That's some country songs are just so fucking sad.
You know what Steven said to me one time? Cracked me up. He goes, Mom, I want to ask you a question. I go, yeah. And he goes, a long time ago.
Wait, this is going to be good because she can't say it.
I know.
Wait, people, it's going to be worth it.
Did people actually play songs on the radio to make people depressed? I swear to God, he asked me that.
That's why we broadcast this show.
Steven, I wish to fuck I could get on his iTunes. Steven has got old country. I'm talking way back there country is what Steven plays.
Oh, where you lost everything in the song?
Oh, no. He plays things like, let me show you what he'll play. He plays like Ernest Tubbs or something like that. Ernest Tubb. And he'll play like, no, he plays a song on his computer. It's called Shucking the Corn. Let me show you what it is. It's called Shucking the Corn.
Doesn't Metallica cover that too? I think Pantera has a version of that as well. Shucking the Corn.
Steven plays... Oh, here it is. It's by Flat and Scruggs. Here's Shucking the Corn. It's one of my son's favorite songs. Check it out. Pretty talented if you think about what they're doing.
That's great scratching your crotch music.
No, but I'm saying that's really talented if you think about it.
It's fast banjo music.
Here's Foggy Mountain Breakdown. I'm sure we all know this one right here.
Everybody loves this one from back in the day. Here we are, Foggy Mountain Breakdown on the loop.
Thank you very much. That really fills my heart.
Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Play Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
Guys like this. This is what
break it
keeps
down.
me going. My boys who work with me.
Scrubs, play Foggy Mountain Breakdown.
Music and.
I swear to God, I'm not like this in real life. I would never go to a fucking country bar. I'd rather kill myself.
Guys that plays a tremendous amount of banjo. Don't underestimate anybody.
Oh, play the Dad Burns song, Dad Banya. I wrote this when I was 3.
It still sounds.
Play Foggy Mountain Breakdown. Oh yeah, here we go. Damn, there's so many banjos on the stage. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's 12 banjos are playing on that there. Shut up. You know what the best one is, though? Here's String Beans and Uncle Lester.
Here's our favorite cowboy around the Grand Ole Opry. I want you to meet him right now. Good buddy, Mr. String Beans.
I thank you, Lester Palmer. I'm glad to see you. Palmer, you're looking well. Let's go rabbit hunting.
Good.
Hang on, children.
Y'all, this guy's eyebrows are curled up. I kid you not. I swear to God. He's got on like a prison suit. His name's Stringbane.
Get away, rabbit, get away, please. Run, little rabbit.
Okay, now this is not Texas music, and I'm going to tell you why. This is like Oro music. This is hills music. This is like up in the hills. You know, the Ozarks. We're that clean, classy, good-sounding, bellowy. Everything
that
good
comes
is
out of
us.
the South has alcohol involved in it. Why is that? Why every country song is there alcohol involved?
Because we don't do drugs.
Oh, please. Smoke more weed than fucking they do in Jamaica.
Why'd you ask me that question, boy?
Boy. I'm Taylor trying to tell you.
Tell her, George. If drinking don't kill me, her memory will. This is the most depressing song. This is Texas country right here.
Bars are all closed.
It's 4 in the morning. I must have shut 'em all down. I raised on this, son.
By the
shape that I'm in. Oh, I cut my teeth on George Jones.
I lay my
Head on the wheel, and the horn begins honking. The whole neighborhood knows that I'm home drunk again. And if drinking don't kill me. I mean, even the guitar sounds like it's crying. It goes,
It's a slide guitar, yeah. He was notorious for having that in his music.
He's
makes
the
you
king.
just want to cry.
He's
just
the
the music
king.
alone makes you want to cry words.
Mm-hmm.
Sadness overwhelms me.
I think that absolutely.
Read my little message in the chat, please. Not in the chat, in our private chat.
Okay, I have a feel. I think that rock and rolls can be just as depressing as and wait a minute, don't say anything. I'm trying to think of this song I heard the other day on my iHeart channel, my iHeart Radio channel. It was wait a minute, don't speak. It was by oh, here it is. It's called How. I got it. Watch this. This is the saddest song I think I've ever heard in my life. I even kept it on iHeartRadio. I made it a favorite just so everybody could hear it. And I checked it. It's by a group called Lobo, or either it's Lobo or Lobo. Listen how sad this song is while I go check the chat room, okay? Here comes Mommy. Y'all better behaving. Listen to this, Steve.
She knows when I'm lonesome.
Oh, you know where this one's going, right?
I'm gonna cry.
She cries when I'm sad. She's up in the good times. She's down in the bad.
Bye, Bill.
Whenever I'm discouraged, she knows just what to do. But girl, how doesn't know about you?
Oh, this is going to get real sad, boys.
I can tell her my trouble. She makes them all.
This actually made me start crying, Steve, when I was sitting here. I swear to God, I'm sitting here by myself working on in my studio. I was doing bookkeeping and stuff, and it came on my iHeartRadio thingy.
Not to hold her at night.
And I was all by myself in the house, and I started thinking of all these sad things.
I'll tell her things that I want to do. But girl, how can I tell her about you?
Okay, this is not the saddest song ever.
How can I tell? Okay, what do you think is the saddest song?
Well,
Hello,
I think you
Jonathan.
had it before. You had a really, really good one. And then my one by O'Sullivan was probably, I think, the saddest song ever written. And then I think, Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles is an incredibly sad song about someone's life and how it meant nothing. And even at the end of it, it was just nobody was there when she died and nobody cared. And God, what a moving song that was. But you picked some really, me and you, as far as musical taste.
No.
What do you think the saddest song in the world is? I think I know what you're going to pick.
It's this one right here. Swear to God.
Honey. It's going to be Honey, right?
Thank you very much. Thank you. I would like to give credit to the fellow who wrote this next song because had it not been for the next song, I might not even be sitting here singing right now. It was written by Bobby Russell, and the name of the song is Honey.
If y'all never heard this, prepare to have your heart ripped out.
See the tree, how big it's grown. But friend, it hasn't been too long. It wasn't big.
I wrote this when I was 3.
I laughed at her and she got mad. The first day that she planted it was just a twig.
Oh, we gotta have the Angels. Where's the studio version?
Then the first snow came and she ran out to brush the snow away so it wouldn't die.
I'm trying to find the studio.
Came running in all excited, slipped and almost hurt herself, and I laughed till I cried.
You know what's gonna happen.
She was always young at heart, kinda dumb and kinda smart, and I loved her so. And I surprised her with a puppy, kept me up all Christmas Eve 2 years ago. And it would sure embarrass her when I came in from working late.
I just thought about my girlfriend.
Don't think of it. It'll make you sad.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I have these chills all over my body right now. That's supposed to mean there's a spirit on top of you. I think it was my mother going, cut it off, cut it off.
Kill that sad shit.
Kill it. You know what another one is? This will kill you. If you're a male out there in Radio Land and you've got a daughter, please turn off the next 2 minutes and 28 seconds. The guy that owns Las Vegas with 11 million views, I give you Dana Carvey. No, I'm joking.
The love between the two of us was dying, and it got so bad I knew I had to leave. But halfway down that highway, when I turned around, I saw my little daughter running after me. She cried and said, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast." My daughter cried, "Daddy, don't you walk so fast."
And there's another one that's sad.
Daddy, slow down some.
What about this one, Steve-O? What about this one? The #1 guitarist of the millennium.
Seems the love I've known has always been the most destructive kind.
Boy, this is really
yes,
sad.
That's why now I feel so old before my time.
This goes out to you, Rooter. No, I'm joking.
Yesterday, when I was young, the taste of life was sweet as rain upon my tongue. I teased at life as if it were a foolish game. The way the evening breeze may tease a candle flame. The thousand dreams I dreamed, the splendid things I planned, I always built to last on weak and shifting sand. I live by night and shun the naked light of day, and only now I see how the years ran away. Yesterday, when I was young, so many happy songs were waiting to be sung. So many wild pleasures lay in store for me, and so much pain my dazzled eyes refused to see. I ran so fast that time and youth at last ran out. I never stopped to think what life was all about, and every conversation I can now recall concerns itself with me and nothing else at all. Yesterday, the moon
was full, and I went for a swim in the neighbor's pool. I took off all my clothes and threw them on the chair. They called the cops, But I didn't care. I dove off the board. I made a splash so big. I even went to see if I could borrow a fig. And when I was in there, I just remembered that I was naked as a jaybird, and I grabbed the cat. I held the cat up to my private parts, and out I ran again, and whoops, I skipped and did that. And for me to pay when I was young. No, don't play that song. Oh, thank you.
Oh, wow. That was sweet of them.
That was very, very sweet for us.
David O'Sullivan, just type it in. That's all I'm saying. That's all I've got for you.
Oh, in a little while from now. I used to thought that they
saddest
sang,
song ever.
if I'm not feeling like a big Sal, I promise myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower. And climbing to the top, I'll throw myself off in an effort to making clear to whoever what it's like when you're shattered, left standing in the... What's his name? David O'Sullivan? O'Sullivan. And the name of the song, it's not ringing true, old chop. Are you sure it's David O'Sullivan, you weirdo?
I never said David O'Sullivan.
I've got David O'Sullivan. He's a talk show host.
You have the wrong O'Sullivan.
Who is it? Gilbert O'Sullivan?
Gilbert.
You said David.
I never... You replay it back. Play that loop back first.
You said Gilbert Grape.
Doing 7 characters by herself.
Oh, in a little while from now.
It's a beautiful song, actually.
If I'm not feeling like a big sow... I don't want a studio. I mean, I want a studio. I want to.
I like studio.
I want to.
Oh, give me some peanut butter sandwich, Anthony.
I'm
stuck.
Do
some Elvis for us, Debbie. This is how Debbie Daly does Elvis Presley, ladies and gentlemen. And let's.
Oh, thank you very much, General.
Is there anything we can get you free, Elvis?
Yeah, give me some pain pills and a peanut butter sandwich with some bananas. Shut up! Don't get me started doing that crap again. I never got off of that. That was so weird. Oh my God! Shut up, Steve. You're weird. Okay, here we go with the lyrics on the screen. Gilbert O'Sullivan and... Jet loves when I do that. He goes, do it again, Mika. In a little while from now, if I'm not feeling any less sour, I promise myself to treat myself and visit a nearby tower. And climbing to the top, throw myself off in an effort to make clear to whoever what it's like when you're shattered, left standing in the lurch at a church where people say, my God, that's tough. No point in us remaining. We may as well go eat the little. I did on my own, alone again, naturally. Okay, David.
Yesterday, I was cheerful, bright and gay, looking forward to what wouldn't do
the role I was about to play. But as if to knock me down, the allergy came around. I used to think, I thought it said the allergy, but it's reality came around. Shut up, it is.
The saddest part is when he talks about his mother and father. It's just awesome lyric writing.
Oh, dearie me. When does he do that?
At the nearing the end.
And without so much as a mere touch, cut me into little pieces, leaving me to doubt. Talk about God in His mercy. If He really does exist, why did He desert me in my hour of need? I truly am indeed alone again, naturally. It seems to me
here's the bridge. Our hearts broken
in the world that can't be mended.
Okay, we're gonna start a new one here. What do we do? That is a pretty song, though. Now, this is the one that Stephen said, Mom, did they used to actually put songs on the radio that would make people depressed? I mean, that was their, he was dead serious because was that their,
was right. They
was that
did.
their
Emotions
goal?
pay.
Was that their goal?
He was way onto it because you know what? Emotions are something people pay for.
Well, he was referring to the following.
All right.
Well, now, Steve.
Now, when I was a lad and
Oh my
Shep
God.
was a pup, over hills and in valleys we strayed.
Now, you know the dog's going to die, right? Old Shep.
Just a boy and his dog.
Of course.
We were both
Just running, having fun.
This song should die.
We rode up together that way.
And then one day, my daddy came home drunk, ran over Shep.
I remember the chime at the
I remember
old
seeing
swimming
Shep.
hole.
Shep laying there all bloodied and tore up.
Well,
I said,
would've
I'm sorry.
drowned beyond-
I'm being horrible. Maybe
I
somebody out
picked
there.
up Shep's ear and I slept with it for a year. Under my pillow. That's why I kept
Oh,
my Shep.
no. Here's the one that's so depressing. It's called
Wait,
Mom.
there's something more depressing than
It's
running
called
over a
Mama.
fucking dog?
Mama sang a song. Listen.
And softly she sang it to me.
I get to thinking lots of times about back when I was a lad, of the old home place where I growed up, of the days, both good and bad. My overalls was hand-me-downs, and my shoes was full of holes. And I used to walk 4 miles to school every day, through the rain, and the sleet, and the cold.
Stop.
What'll I do?
Did you hear him? We used to walk 4 miles to school through the rain and the sleet and the snow.
Maybe
Barefoot.
he did. Don't judge him. Poor guy. No wonder. And he's, he sounds really old, but he's only like 18 when he wrote this song. That's what all that walking did to him. On shredded glass.
When Mama sang a song.
And she used to beat me on my way to school.
One time Mama said, "Get out there." Oh, here's
You son of a
Festus
bitch.
singing the tumbling
Till
tumbling.
the snow.
The tumbling tumbleweeds. Here's Festus.
Oh, Festus is the bestest.
Are you kidding me?
He's the best of the rest
Ken
of us.
Curtis.
Love to the ground. Lonely but free I'll be found. Drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed.
You know what that reminds me of? That reminds me of that movie. What's it called? City Slickers? When he goes drifting along with a tumbling tumbleweed. Who was
Something
that?
I always wanted as a kid. I always wanted tumbleweed. Growing up in Chicago, I always wanted tumbleweed. And then when I drove through Texas, I realized I didn't want tumbleweed anymore.
Well, you know, a tumbleweed is just a there's tons of
A
them out.
bush, a dried up bush that's just
But
blowing
it's a
along.
it's a certain bush, and I don't know which
I love
one
my
it
bush,
is.
Debbie.
Well, you would not like this then.
Not dried up bush, no.
I don't have any bush.
I don't have any dried up bush.
It's
Good.
definitely not dried up. That I can promise you. Old dogs, children, and watermelon. Hey, I bet you never knew that there was a song written about my Uncle Paul. Did you know that?
I didn't know
It
you had an
was
Uncle Paul, so
called-
of course I didn't.
It was called the East Broadway Onion Match. He was, he's kind of a big shot, and here it is, the Great East Broadway Onion Championship of 1978. This was actually written about my Uncle Paul. Now, this guy was in town in Lubbock, Texas, staying with my uncle, and he was real good friends with him because my uncle's like a big shot. And they go out drinking one night at a bar called Stubbs in Lubbock. It's a really popular bar. It's still there. And there's these guys playing pool, and Uncle Paul bets, he's got a lot of money, and bets like $1,000 that they can beat these two hustlers playing with an onion as the cue ball.
Nice.
And this is the story of it. It's real short, but he wrote it and he put it on his album. His name's Tom T. Hall. And listen to him say Paul.
The great
Okay, listen.
Now in Lubbock, Texas, the other night, drinking beer and about half tight, me and Paul and Jim and a guy named Al. We were drawing pictures and writing songs, sitting there talking for too long. Paul said we ought to move this party over to Stubbs. The smoke was hanging low and thick, and the guitar man was hunting licks, and Joe Ely was in the back room shooting pool. Now we all went back there to check it out, and Joe said, well, now shut my mouth. I heard the old storyteller knows how to handle a stick. I said, I've had chalk on better clothes, and y'all know how that stuff goes. Pretty soon we shooting pool and just raising hell. The Great East Broadway Onion Championship of
98. You know what?
They're all asking for you. You've heard the song Teddy Bear, right?
Teddy Bear.
Yeah. Just type in Teddy Bear.
This is going to be bad, I can tell.
This is like the sad... No, this is... If you've never heard it, it is like one of the saddest songs ever written. In fact, I think it was ranked the saddest song ever made.
Teddy Bear.
It's a old country song called Teddy Bear. And I
Truck Driver?
Yeah.
Okay, because there's another one that's like... There's a real teddy bear. Okay.
Yeah, this is a good story.
Oh, hell. It's by Red Sovine. Plunky plunk plunk. Daddy would call this plunky plunk.
It is plunky plunk.
I was on the outskirts of a little southern town, trying to reach my destination before the sun went down. The old CB was blaring away on Channel 19 when there came a little boy's voice on the radio line. And he said, Breaker 19, is anyone there? Come on back, truckers, and talk to Teddy Bear. Well, I keyed the mic and I said, you got it, Teddy Bear.
I'm not going to say.
And the little boy's voice came back on the air. Oh, my God. Appreciate the break. Who we got on that end? I told him my handle, and then he began. Now, I'm not supposed to bother you fellas out there. Mom says you're busy and for me to stay off there. But you see, I get lonely and it helps to talk. 'Cause that's about all I can do. I'm crippled and I can't walk.
Oh, shit. Are you kidding me?
I came back and told him to fire up that mic. And I'd talk to him as long as he liked.
Does the trucker run over the dog?
This was my dad's radio, the little boy said.
Let me guess.
But I guess it's mine and Mom's now. 'Cause my daddy's dead.
Oh, my God.
Dad had a wreck about a month ago.
No.
He was trying to get home in a blinding snow.
No.
Mom has to work now to make ends meet. And I'm not much help with my 2 crippled feet. She says not to worry, that we'll make it all right. But I hear her crying sometimes late at night.
Fuck. Are you kidding?
You know, there's one thing I want
I gotta show
more
this to
than anything else to see. Oh, I know you guys are too busy to bother with me. But you
Who
see,
said
my
to
dad
play
used to take me for rides when he
Mr.
was
Midnight
home.
Movie? Did he say that?
But I guess it's all over now since my daddy's gone.
My 2 crippled
Not
feet.
one breaker came on the old CB
Oh, I can't breathe.
as that little crippled boy talked with me. I tried hard to swallow a lump that just wouldn't stay down. As I thought about my boy back in Greenville town. Dad was going to take Mom and me with him later on this year. Well, I remember him saying, someday this old truck will be yours, Teddy Bear.
Sorry.
But I know I'll never get to ride an 18-wheeler again. But this old base will keep me in touch with all my trucker friends. Teddy Bear's going to back on out now and leave you alone, 'cause it's about time for Mom to come home.
She'll bust my ass with the
You give me a
ice cream
shot
cone.
when you're passing through.
I'm sorry, I'll go on mute.
I'll sure be happy to come back to you. Well, I came back and I said, before you go, 1010, what's your home 20, little CB friend? Well, he gave me his address and I didn't once hesitate. 'Cause this hot load of freight is just...
Was it one of
gonna
those
have to-
pedo setups where they've got the guy in the other room?
and headed straight for Jackson Street, 229. And as I rounded
He
the
doxed
corner,
him.
oh, I got one heck of a shock. 18-wheelers were lined up for 3 city blocks. Well, I guess every driver from miles
Wanna pop
around
at that
had caught Teddy Bear's
I'm
car.
sorry.
And that little crippled boy was having a ball. for as fast as one driver would carry him in, another would carry him to his truck and take off again. Well, you better believe I took my turn at riding Teddy Bear. And then I carried him back in and put him down in his chair.
I knew it.
And buddy, if I never live to see happiness again, I want you to know I saw it that day in the face of that little man. We took up a collection for him before his mom
Reminds
got
me
home.
of Jet and those boots.
Each driver said goodbye, and then they were all gone. He shook my hand with a mile-long grin and said, "So long, Tucker. I'll catch you again." Well, I hit that interstate with tears in my eyes.
His aura.
I turned on the radio and I got another surprise.
I can hear you, Steve.
Breaker 19 came a voice on the air. Just one word of thanks from Mama Teddy Bear.
Mama Teddy Bear.
We wish each and every one a special prayer for you, 'cause you just made my little boy's dream come true. I'll sign off now before I start to cry. May God ride with you. 10-4. And goodbye.
So he didn't die then. Oh, thank God. I was going to say, shit.
Everything but die.
Oh, my gosh. That would have been really bad.
When that starts out and you hear this calamity of a story, it's like, wow. I remember hearing that when I was a kid, and I was like, could it get any worse than this? And then it turns into this happy story where this kid's dream comes true and it gets to ride with all
Wait
the
a minute.
truckers.
I know where one just gets fucking worse. I used to play it all the time on my show. You're going to remember
You
this
lost
one.
your mind. Wait till you hear the playback of you and Nick during that sad song.
Wait a minute.
Slayer 454 was out there like wanting you to play it. And he's like,
Oh,
"Dad, give it a
I'm
chance."
sorry. Now wait till you hear this one. This one just goes from bad to freaking worse and worse and worse. I used to play this all the time on my show when I had another show. You're going to remember this one, Charles. That's his name. His name is Clarence. This is Clarence Carter playing Patches.
That'd be all Patches. I was
born and raised down in Alabama on a farm way back up in the woods. I was so ragged that folks used to call me Patches. Papa used to tease me about it. Of course, deep down inside, he was hurt because he'd done all he could.
My papa was a great old man. I can see him with a shovel in his hand. See, education he never had.
He did wonders when the times got bad. The little money from the crops he raised better pays the bills we made. Old life
had kicked him down in the ground when he tried to get up. Life would kick him back down. Just watch, it gets worse.
I know. He said, Patches, I'm depending on you, son, to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. 2 days later, Papa passed away, and I became a man that
yeah,
day.
it's gonna get worse too.
Well, I told Mama I was gonna quit school, but she said that was Daddy's strictest rule.
So I called up my drug dealing friends. I said, help a brother out, and now I'm selling meth on the street, and I got some chains, and I just can't beat. Oh, where I went to go, and Mama said, with tears in his eyes on his dying bed, he said, Patches. I choked up over here. I was cracking up so much. Now, you think it's going to be fine? It's fixing to get worse. Here we go.
Then one day a strong
Rain came and washed all the crops away.
And at the age of 13, I thought I was carrying the weight of the whole world on my shoulders. And you know, Mama knew what I was going through, 'cause every day I had to work the fields, 'cause that's the only way we got our meals. See, I was the oldest of the family, and everybody else depended on me. Every night I heard my mama pray, Lord,
give him strength to make another day. Now you think it's over, right, don't you? It's fixing to get worse.
Tears, but my daddy's voice kept me through the years, saying, Patches, I'm depending on your son to pull the family through. My son, it's all left up to you. Oh, I can still hear Papa's voice say, Patches.
I must have talked over, but the mommy did die.
The mama did die.
Mama died.
Yeah, but now you're starting to sound like these sad songs you've been playing, Teddy Bear. Mama Teddy Bear.
Mama Teddy Bear.
Every night because I can't walk. My feet don't move. My hands don't work too well. So a bunch of truckers picked me up and drove me around. I won't say what they did to me.
I went over there and
I
took my turn.
We took the wheel and we made them squeal. Trucks are lined up around the block because we want to taste that teddy bear.
Stop it, Steve. That's terrible.
What? That was me. Debbie, that was
You said took the wheel and made him squeal? Are you kidding me?
You're a liar. I never said that.
Here's a little bit lighter one. A little bit lighter.
But that's old history.
Oh, we're going to bring it up.
No, this is Mr. Solution doing karaoke.
You see, I told y'all not long ago about them 5 wives I had.
Oh, shit.
Well, it seems like every time I got a new wife.
Shut up. We want the studio version.
When I start making love, I don't just make love, I be stroking.
Come on, Steve.
That's what
Stroking.
I be doing.
Stroking. 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 He strokes it to the west. He stroked it to the girl that I love. That yeah, come on now. It's by Ichabod Records.
Let me ask you something.
Let me ask you something.
What time of the day do you like to make love? Have you ever made love just before breakfast?
Just this morning I did.
Have you ever made love while you watch the Late Show?
I made love with my eggs.
I made love right now during this song.
Have you ever made love on a couch?
On a what?
Well, let me ask you this.
In jail?
Have
With
you
a
ever
guard?
made love on the back seat of a car? I remember one time I made love on the back seat of a car, and the police came and shined his light on me, and I said, I be stroking.
Fuck.
That's what I'm doing. I be stroking.
What about this? Says lick it before you stick it. I swear it does.
We've gone a complete 360 here. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for listening.
This is Denise Laszlo called Lick It Before You Stick It.
Oh, she's
This is Debbie here on Radio KSUK, the radio station with pull, coming out of Chicago.
This song is dedicated to all the men out there that don't seem to know how to keep their woman happy. I want y'all to take a little listen.
I've never heard this in my life.
See if you wanna try this. Some men think the height of a woman's pleasure is when he's kissing her on her lips. And some men think the joy of foreplay is caressing with his fingers.
Here's Blind Boy Fuller singing What's That That Smells Like Fish? I swear to God.
Debbie, we've taken a wrong turn here.
1938.
Really? 38, guys.
It says Blind Melon Chitlin. Oh my goodness. These are hysterical. Please Warm My Weenie by Bo Carter. Are your biscuits good enough, big enough for me? I'm not lying. That reminds me of a joke, Steve.
What would that be?
A blind man was walking down the street and he went past a fish market, tipped his hat, and said, "Morning, ladies."
I get it, it's a joke.
That's right. Now we're going to hear Bo Carter on his new album, Boys and Girls. It's not out yet. You can only hear it here on Radio KSUX out of Chicago, a 50 watt. That's right.
Temperature 32 degrees. We hope you enjoy it all.
This is Please Warm My Wiener as requested on the hotlines. This is right, Steve?
I hope everybody enjoys it. And remember, grab your wiener and play along.
I got something to tell you, baby.
Yeah.
Don't get mad this time.
If you want my wiener, you give me ease all up in my mind.
And that's all we're going to give you tonight. And now we're going to move right on to Bull Moose Jackson. We've got a request on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Hi, I'm listening over here in South Chicago. How y'all doing over there?
Welcome to the show. What's your name?
My name is Shaniqua, and I want to make a request, please.
You may go. What you got? What you got, girl? What you
We want to hear Big 10-inch by
Oh, I would love to play that for you right now. Let's get that out there. What station are we?
by Bull Moose Jackson. Can you play that for us over here? We're partying on Saturday night.
Get drunk, bitch, and listen.
Thank you. We just love you. Oh!
Got me the strangest woman. Believe me, this chick's no cinch. But I really get her going when I take out my big 10-inch record.
I'm sorry, I can't do that.
What the fuck, man?
I swear to God, I'm not lying. You
Train
know how they
just lost the rails.
You know how they Don't Mash My Diggers So Deep by Bo Carter's coming up next.
Coming up your next movie, if you think we've hit depravity, we've just started.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
Speaking of scratching. I'd see you, Debbie. How you feeling tonight? You sound like a second.
We've got a call on line 5. Go ahead, line 5.
Yes.
We're calling in from Fort Worth, Texas.
Is that you, Teddy Bear? Teddy Bear, I hear you.
We want to hear.
I miss your tight little bun.
Your biscuits are...
And your mom gave some good head.
We want to hear Your Biscuits Are Big Enough for Me by Bo Carter. I'm sorry.
All right, now we play a song for you. Go back, get drunk, bitch.
Baby, don't put no more baking powder and your bread, you see. Cause your biscuits is plenty tall enough for me.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm done. All right, we're KMC 419 to base.
How many of y'all have waited out there for the new one coming up by Bo Carter? I have that right now, Steve.
I would love to hear it. I can't believe it's been released. Let's
Here we
hear
go, boys and girls. Don't Mash My Digger So Deep by Bo Carter. I swear to God, I'm not lying.
This has just been released this afternoon. Hope you enjoy it.
Live in the studio. Slapping the bass.
Even if you don't like my peaches, baby, please don't you touch my tree.
Yeah, don't touch my tree.
Oh my God, this is
Even if
great.
you don't love my peaches, baby, please don't touch my tree.
Thank you, Bo. Thank you. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, buddy.
Thanks for coming into the studio, boys. You guys are nothing but class.
Now, I've got one more that we're going to take over here from the Mississippi.
Oh, we got another call? Line number 9, you're lit up. That means you're on fire. What you got for me?
Hold on just a second. That one maybe. Hold on.
Number 9, why don't you finish up that little job you're doing there with your friend? All right, well, let's go to line 69. 69, what you got for us? Pick us a hot one, would you?
Hi, Steve.
Hey, baby. How are you doing?
I keep using the same.
74.
I keep using the same voice every time I call. Go ahead and get
Doesn't matter.
another line while I wait.
All right, enough with the little wet one on that channel. Let's go to line number 4903. 4903, you're lit up and you're hot, that means.
Yeah, hey, we're listening to you over here in North California.
You're over margin, baby. You're over margin. Back it off the mic.
We're calling from the Bay.
All right, what do you want to hear?
We want to hear the new one that she's got you cooking, but she burns my bread.
Here comes next. We got you cooking, but you burn my bread.
Thank you. We love the radio station.
Shut up.
I said she's your old cook, man. She burned my bread sometime.
And that's it.
There you go. That's all.
Ladies, we hope you enjoyed the 3 notes of that shitty song from 1936.
These are all by somebody named
Hey,
Bo.
Deb, I can recommend it something. I don't do something a little bit more modern, like something from the 40s.
I never knew this shit existed. I'm sorry. This is absolute. There's another one called He's Got a Pencil That He's Writing With. Don't you want mine? Swear to God.
Oh, is this off the request line? Because I'm going to pick it up right now.
No, we actually can't play that one. The censors are off the charts.
We don't have any censors. They've all died from listening to the show.
Oh, my gosh. This is funny stuff. Excuse me. Wasn't there a recent band that did something called the Big 10-Inch? Was it?
We just heard that song.
No, there was one that was by Aerosmith. Yeah, remember a long time ago Aerosmith did the Big 10-Inch. Remember?
I would like to hear it.
Got me the strangest one more. Believe me, this chick's no cinch. But I better get her going. And I give out my Big 10-Inch. Red band that plays the blues. Well, band that plays the blues. She just loved my Big 10-Inch. Record of a favorite blues. Now my
Thank you, Steve.
All right. We hope you enjoyed that one. That was a Big 10-Inch by Aerosmith.
That was the Big 10-Inch. Do-do-do down, doobie-doo down, down.
And that was the song for you for nothing.
Mm-hmm.
That was free. No commercials.
Oh, man. Man, I was fucking... Excuse me. I was
You were crying, Debbie.
I ruined my whole makeup job I did. I was laughing so hard.
Because, we want to see you when you're on the air.
It's the name of those songs were creeping me out. That was so funny.
Isn't it funny when you get caught, like you're on YouTube and you get caught into like one of those things, but you can't leave because it's just so intriguing?
Yeah, because they keep, they give you another one. They
right, and they're all similar to the next, and they're all more train wreck after train wreck.
Oh man, that's funny.
So should we go the other way, or should we go deeper? I don't think we go sadder than that one.
Do we believe we found the saddest song? Now we did Honey, and we did
the O'Sullivan song.
We did O'Sullivan. We did Daddy, Don't You Walk So Fast. No, we're missing something. We're missing somebody else, like Elvis or something.
Don't Cry Daddy by Elvis.
That's a pretty sad one, but that'll make you start crying.
No, it won't.
Okay, but also I'm missing one.
Why would you say that? Just out of curiosity.
Because you told me one time when I played it, you go, every time I hear that, well, maybe we weren't on the air.
No, my children never liked to hear that when I play it, because they thought that Daddy died, so they would get emotional about that.
Right when you said my children, I had to take my glasses off. I was laughing so hard. I'm reminded of a song that my little girl played for me one time. That was by Alan Jackson. Oh, here it is. It's called. Now this is really sad.
Yeah, because the other stuff is so happy.
And this is the most gorgeous person in the world, Alan Jackson. He's so gorgeous.
Is he, Debbie?
Oh, it's just beautiful.
Brittany.
Tiffany's not home right now. This is the way we do it down here in Texas now. Welcome to K-Love on your Saturday night. Here I'm
K-Love.
Debbie with you until 2 o'clock in the morning. Sal and Jackson.
Remember when I was young, so new, time stood still, and love was all we knew. You were the first, so was I. We made love and then you cried. Remember when? Remember when we vowed the vows and walked the walk, gave our hearts, made the start, and it was hard. We lived and learned life through curves. There.
I fell sound asleep. I did. I fell sound asleep and I just got awoken by thunder. More freaking storms. I don't fucking believe this. Listen. Did you hear that one? Kaboom. I was sound asleep listening to that beautiful music. How far am I into the show? Oh, okay. Only like 75 minutes. Fuck. But anyway, it's just really funny, this show that we did. The last thing I remember hearing on here was, oops, time to check the radar to see if it's murder time. I hate murder. Oh, shitski bob. Hang on, boys. Looks like we got ourselves a West Texas thunderstorm. Is this that show where I start singing that stupid song? I'm going to go find the radar and I'll be right back.
When you come home, he said the first thing that came to his mind, I'm already there. Take.
Stop. I can't hear that song. They played that at Sky's funeral. Are you kidding me? Fuck.
Legend of all wedding crashers, okay? And he's coming down the stairs. He doesn't know him, and here he goes.
Chaz? What the